What's good, hoes?
Good.
We're back. We took a month break because we try to get our show on the dark web so we get a real fucking sponsor.
Well, actually, Wakanda sent me out as a war dog. I was completing a mission.
On the dark web pedophiles?
Yeah, I had to go kill some dark web pedophiles.
Well, yeah, did you see that one? Well, I don't know if you saw it, but they like, the BBC, whatever that fucking station is, caught some pedophile, like, the definition picture of a pedophile.
Oh, they got him, too, and
Right.
he was doing some crazy shit.
Right? He'd for sure sponsored us on the dark web. He's the only sick fuck in the world that could find our shit amusing.
Oh, God.
He's like, they did 6 full hours of Macaulay Culkin getting raped. That's hilarious.
Like, I actually appreciate that. I wish I could have raped Macaulay Culkin in his prime. Now he looks like a fucking elf.
Yeah, but that's how they caught him, because like he only had one iPhone. He made no calls, no texts, no Snapchats. He just downloaded our 72 episodes. The greatest fucking show in history.
They tracked
Order
him
of
through.
opinion.
They tracked him through our fucking numbers, our stats.
Damn. Yeah, so hit that subscribe button if you're on iTunes. If you're on Soundcloud, stop listening to the next fucking multicolored Rayman Dread fucking rapper from Boca Raton. And fucking follow us, all right? Because we put out some interesting shit. If you're on Stitcher, just fucking hang yourself.
Yeah, you fucking hillbilly. Probably listening off of fucking...
If you're on Spotify the fact you're a faggot. And,
Can you Spotify that? Are there sounds of being a
what's
faggot?
the other one? Oh, yeah, if you're on Pocket Cast, you're a niche douche, and just fucking stop listening there, too. Like,
Yeah.
what the
What? No,
Wait,
it's oh god, there's Pocket. Is it Pocket Cast?
Yeah, it's
I don't
Pocket
fucking
Cast.
know.
Just know we hate you all equally.
And there's
all right?
Juju
And we don't know
Beans.
why you keep listening.
And there's Blue Honey. I don't know if any of those are real, but they sound real.
You know why I hate you all? Because you guys give us, like, decent enough numbers to make us think we'll get through this pyramid scheme political race of fucking podcasting. You know what I'm saying?
But no
Like,
one talks.
give us some clout. Follow us on Twitter. Catfish us on Facebook. I promise I'll fall for it. Unless it's one of those celebrity ones and Machine Gun Kelly shows up. He's like, I'm a wild boy. I'm a fucking wild boy. I'll rape you, white boy.
I'll rape a white boy.
That's Machine Gun Kelly's Jamaican accent?
Yeah, just like snow. Inform.
I swear to God, if I see Neve in his, like, silver-haired fucking... I called him the silver-haired surfer for all the times he surfed fucking Neve's dick. They look like a gay couple that records their gay sex and sells it to other gay couples.
His hair actually turned silver because he was snorting so much coke off of Neve's dick. His body's shutting down.
Right?
He's
But
like, I'm
yeah.
gonna dick ride you into fame, my friend.
Yeah, because no one gives a shit about you. You're just a guy with a handheld camera and did a pretty shitty job about it. That shows, like, really shitty quality.
Silver hair guy has no story.
Or is just Neve the ultimate swindler Jew in the world?
I think so.
He's like, I'm gonna embarrass myself by getting catfish on a fucking movie with a shitty handheld camera. Why not make a show on MTV? It's probably gonna be the biggest thing on MTV ever on a fucking handheld camera.
Yeah, that's pretty much what they
And
did.
I'm gonna tell people how to Google search fucking images.
He's like,
That's
yeah.
how you catch them.
That's how you get it. Well, right here, we're going to go to Google reverse image, and we're going to see if this hairy dong picture is of a girl or a guy.
Hey, why don't you look at his friends and see what friends are in common if they make any fucking sense? If it's Wakchung Majambu from fucking... I don't even know an African... I don't want... We're going to say it enough, so... yeah, what the fuck? What the actual... Yeah, but if you're on Facebook, you don't have to catfish us. You can just look at our release schedules there. Or when we post our fucking links, and we will post them a lot of times.
Yeah.
And if you're on groups, we're going to harass your groups.
Well, I mean...
Because all we care about is the numbers, bruh.
And if you're in a sexual harassment group, don't listen to our episodes.
Well, yeah, because apparently we're just blatantly assholes on our episode schedules because I think Home Alone, we literally said the first one was going to be out like... I don't know, like January 2nd or some shit like that.
Yeah, it was
And the
hopeful.
next one was going to be the 6th, and we put it out 3.5 weeks later.
This week, we tried to do the week of.
We actually watched the week of. But we live next to Mexicans, and they raise demon children that possess their neighborhood.
Don't say his name 3
times. They trance in the
times.
streets, and you get lost in their eyes.
The only way to
especially when the night flashes and they like show their skeletons. That's weird.
And the only way to protect yourself is you get some chili powder and lime. You throw it in their eyes.
And you know what's weird to me about that? Why? Like, I get the holiday. You're celebrating the dead people walking through your streets, like transversing to the fucking afterlife. That's better than believing a jaguar controls whether or not you have famine or not through fucking sun and rain. So you sacrifice people by cutting them in half or cutting their heads off and kicking it down a 900-step temple.
Yeah, building a pyramid of skulls.
I'm just saying. That's some odd cultural shit.
Well, now all those dead people who got sacrifices walk the earth once a year. They steal your candy.
Yeah, and we're supposed to be happy about it.
I guess
Yay, skeletons that freak the fuck out, because our kids are ready for it. They're already demons.
And you know how fucking He-Man feels about walking skeletons. You find that motherfucker in Mexico burning shit.
Who do you think should be He-Man? Who should be...
Good question.
Who should be He-Man? I think it should be John Cena.
Adam of Eternia. He's sort of gay, though.
Who?
That's what you have to remember. His Prince Adam. It's He-Man's other name when he's a faggot. And then he gets buff and ripped and becomes a mega faggot.
Well, Skeletor, like, every time he caught... That's why Skeletor always lost, because he was trying to rape him. He wasn't trying to kill him. He was like, come here, He-Man.
No,
But yeah, getting back to the episode schedule part before we fucking ramble on. Yeah, you never know when they're going to come out. But just know that when we put something out, it may or may not be available to you within the 4 weeks we say it will be. But just know it's coming, all right?
It'll be there. Might take a year or two.
Because apparently we became our worst fear of being a fucking mono-weekly, bi-weekly, trans-weekly, I Am Jazz weekly fucking podcast, and we made our own category, like whatever the fuck we feel like, somewhat monthly podcast.
We're a
That's what we are.
Spirit podcast. Yeah.
We're nothing.
I'm part man.
We are nothing. If you're still listening, that's why we fuck with you, because we don't understand what we're doing here anymore.
I think most of it's just to get frustration out.
Yeah.
That's it.
But we'll get more epis out to you, promise. And we'll give you a clue what's going to come out later, because there's a joke about it in this fucking movie.
Oh, yeah.
Granted, a very black way to say it. You remember that cracker that was in the movie Baba Light?
Oh, yes. Doesn't he shake a lot?
Oh, man. Parkinson's jokes are great. But,
That's Alzheimer's joke.
Oh, was it?
No, I know. Man.
I don't know. Every time Muhammad Ali came out, I laughed.
Muhammad Ali?
I know this is the wrong episode to say this to, but I found it funny. And I hate that his fucking daughter is so goddamn famous. Like, okay, she was a cool boxer. Now she's, like, cooking and shit.
Was she really that cool of a boxer, though?
No.
Because I feel like...
She looks like melted, like, Play-Doh. That's what she looks like to me. And Muhammad Ali shaped her while he had Parkinson's.
Muhammad Ali couldn't remember if he started or not. He's like, did I finish her? I don't know. Who is
He's like, well, I had her mama against the ropes. Waited till round 15 before I knocked her out. I punched her vagina.
That's what I call my orgasms.
And after I fucked her, I was like, I'm the greatest ever.
Float like a butterfly.
I stung like a bee. My semen floated like a butterfly.
Unfortunately. And this fucking gonorrhea stings like a bee.
But we'll give you a clue what's coming up next. It might be a cult suicide between me, you, and our, like, 2 girlfriends. All we have to do is poison their pico de gallo. We'll be all right. That's why we make Mexican jokes, because we fucking have to live with them.
Fuck them.
I mean, I have to live with them. Yours could pass or go, but...
I'm hoping she passes. One less.
Yeah. What? Well, I don't even know what I just wrote here. That didn't make any sense. I said it could be a great news series. What the hell? What was I going to say there? See, this is why I have to write out shit.
We could be a great news series.
We could be a great news series. Yeah, get our clout up. Tell people to review us. Post our shit in groups so we can morph more serial killers and morbid failures out there from listening to our shit. Take our life advice. It is real, and everything we say is facts. Okay?
Everything.
Every single
thing.
And actually, I'm starting to think that. Because we saw Macaulay Culkin on Jimmy Fallon, and holy shit, it looked like he had ingested ketamine through the butthole.
Oh my god, he looked like the flying monkeys from Wizard of Oz. He was scary. He scared me.
He was scaring fucking Jimmy Fallon. Jimmy Fallon was like, look, I was a fan of you as a kid, but Jesus fucking Christ. I don't know how to be funny. I'm Jimmy Fallon.
Speaking of fucking prophecies, yesterday we were talking about that Wu-Tang album that Jisk or Skizzy bought, right? Did you?
Apparently he had to give up the rights to.
That's
right?
what I'm saying. So someone
somehow
was listening.
He owned a Lil Wayne CD. He owned Lil Wayne's seizure surroundings voices.
No, he owned the
they
Carter
put on the CD.
Is that why Birdman wouldn't release it?
I don't know.
Birdman was fronting. He was like, I'm going to pretend it's a feud.
Birdman, unless you got a star on the top of your head, I ain't going to give it to you.
Bro, what if he got the rights to the Carter 5 because Birdman had AIDS? He gave him all the drugs he wanted.
Wow. What is that? That guy is what the fuck is up with that?
Scumbag, that's what he is.
But just if you had his portfolio of like life achievements, you wouldn't be mad at it.
No.
You're like, yeah, I own the only Wu-Tang release CD. I own the AIDS drug, or the properties to the AIDS drug, and I own Carter 5. That is a dope accomplished list to have.
Well, what's crazy, too, is that fool, remember the point when he was just going on YouTube, like, hating on rappers and starting beef?
No.
Yeah, there was a point where he was just literally hating on rappers and starting beef. Like,
well, of course he used to hate on rappers because he was selling them beepers before he got rich.
Dude, but he was saying some shit like, bro, I'm like the realest dude. I will kill you. Like, I'll find you and fight you. Like,
whatever.
Bro, what?
That's weird.
You're going to get raped, dude.
Yeah.
You're going to get AIDS in prison.
But get our clout up, all right? Because that's all that matters in the world right now is clout.
Clout.
If I had $1 for every time I heard fucking clout a day, like, holy shit, this new generation literally has overused the word clout.
Well, that's all they think about.
Yeah, because everything is social media. Every single thing is about social media.
It's frustrating.
And we can't even be mad at our kids for... I'm saying that as if I'm like fucking 39 years old. That should give you a clue of where might not be my age. Yeah, get our clout up and let's stage a fake beef for any of you podcast goons out there that want to steal our recording equipment and make us pay for it back.
Or Tekashi 6ix9ine. We'll make you look real. I guess we can buy some red flags.
Yeah, to all you gangsters out there making threats in LA, like next time I need to take a shit on a public street and pay someone $3 to clean it up, I'll fucking make sure I check in with you. Fucking assholes.
Well, you don't have to go to LA for that.
You can't go to LA because you're a famous rapper. What the fuck?
Right?
At what point of that is gangster?
We own these 4 houses on this block of LA, so you can't come here, man.
Right?
Like, what kind of idiocy is that?
But yes, fucking speaking of child molesters and fake beef and clout, the real reason we took a month hiatus so we could fucking focus on Tekashi 6ix9ine 24 hours a motherfucking day. Because he actually produces that much news coverage. He's the fucking Latino rainbow hobgoblin. Because he looks like he damn near does look like he's going to take over the world because he's part of the Sinister Six. Like he looks like a fucking Spider-Man villain.
He does look like his
or like
hair
a fucked up Batman, like a Frank Miller Batman villain.
Each different color of his hair shoots something different out.
He makes the world feel like it's a Paradox Willy Wonka like trans Mexico. Johnny Depp punches him because he thinks he's a woman. The fuck is this shit? What is it? He is taking over the world. He's taking over my mind. I don't get it.
I'm just sad that I say his name so much, and 69 doesn't make me laugh anymore.
Yeah,
he's
it's
taking
not
that
funny.
away from me.
Yeah. Why does not even just Tekashi? Why does every rapper now have to look like a fucked up Batman villain? Like I don't get that look. I don't
started
get it.
with Lil Yachty, bro. He was like, "I'll stop you, Batman. Let me just sing something real quick."
Don't make me nervous.
Just don't look at me.
Don't criticize me or look at me when I sing.
Man.
That's why I failed college. Teachers kept looking at me.
I just really like Nautica as a brand. I was hoping it would work out.
Yeah, but no, they all have to look like a fucking dark comic book villain as if, like, Christopher Nolan went up to him and he's like, all right, we're going to change the rap game. Are you willing to become a schizophrenic and OD on opiates?
Dude, it's everyone. Right. It's everyone.
Oh, God.
Kodak Black looks like he's coding dreaming all the time.
Maybe this is Christopher Nolan behind all this. Because he was still pissed off about Heath Ledger. He's like, he fucking died on me too early. So I had to eat him so I didn't be tempted to CGI him back into my life.
I gotta find a new fucking Joker. Let's make one. In real life.
I only do real stunts. That's why all my movies cost $30 billion. Like
I'm gonna film the Earth exploding.
Remember that one movie where we all had a wet dream in unison? It was called, what was it, like Dreamscape? What the fuck was the name of that movie?
What?
That Christopher Nolan movie, bro. That Leonardo DiCaprio, like, he jerked off. Oh, Inception.
Dreamscape.
No, all that was real. He's like, I paid $5 trillion to flip the city upside down.
We had to fucking advance science 100 years to figure this shit out.
It was the largest tax write-off in the world. Adam Sandler funded it. I had to use 20... Plus, I had 20 million takes of Josh Gordon-Levitt, so I didn't make him look like a platypus.
We literally looked at every angle. We tried to figure that shit out. It was hard.
Well, because it does almost seem like every rapper, all their Instagram live or posts, like it looks like when Joker was calling out Batman. He's like, I'm going to shave a pube off this fat man's body every hour. If Batman doesn't announce himself.
He's like, you think you have traps, Batman? Look at my traps. It is the same shit. I have more traps and they're bound up colorfully.
Because basically, Tekashi 6ix9ine, he's Thug's Bunny, and the other Mexican gangsters in the world are Elmer Fudd. Because they're short and stubby and bald. Because I don't get it. Like, this must be a Mexican thing or a Latino thing, because R. Kelly and Michael Jackson could hide in anyone's closet or molest their own child in the middle of the street, and it's good.
They actually send their kids to there to be molested. You're like, yeah,
right?
I'll let my daughter go to R. Kelly's camp. She'll never leave. And she hasn't still, in case anyone forgot.
And every time I left my child at Neverland, he came home and he couldn't think, walk, or look.
We tried to get him to star in another movie, but he fell apart. He had to do one about trannies.
God. But yeah, no, the Mexicans, they're cool. They're cool off that glamour rock, Fruity Loop looking motherfucker, molesting moron.
Like, Orly, man, if you don't got sandals and socks, we don't fuck with you.
Maybe all these Mexicans saw that fake antique pistol he had in the Gummo video, and they were like, fuck that, Holmes.
Yeah, they're still like, bro, is that a starter pistol?
This motherfucker can't perform in San Antonio. We got the spurs and beaches you can't swim in, bitch.
Shit'll kill you, bro.
But you know what these mentally challenged fucking fart to fame rappers have in common to me? I'd rather listen to all of them than Kendrick fucking Lamar.
Oh, God.
If I have to hear one more God thing, I swear to God, and I know there's a lot of suicide watch for us when we talk on this show, as I tell you, I'm going to kill each other all the time, but Kendrick Lamar will make, like, if
come to my house.
When every time you have Sirius Radio and every time I'm in your fucking car, it's at least every other third song is Kendrick Lamar.
Oh, God, there's times where it's like 5 songs in a row and he's featured on all of them.
I don't want to hear your fucking baby fetal voice go into your demon voice like every other 3 minutes and then you being like, fuck. I'm paraphrasing a pair of phrases. Like, shut the fuck up.
It's like, drink a sperm every day. Y'all know that I'm gay. I drink so much I can't see. Oh, my God, he's going to punish me.
That ain't gay. That'd be gay. Love Eliza. Oh, God. Yeah, he's the guy that steps on your sandcastle that you built from, like, pure creativity with his fucking bullshit gimmicks and his intricate metaphors no one gives a fuck about.
Right? Like, he's like, right, I know you built that sandcastle, but I have the sandcastle mold.
Right? And people were like, oh, my God, he made a whole song drunk. Isn't that fucking amazing? You know, it's the most boring, fucking annoying song in the world. Eminem, even though he might be the gayest rapper in the world, did a whole CD on hallucinogenics. Okay?
I mean, before
Fat Joe made an album with diabetes. His #1 song was like, I hope I could keep all my limbs.
Bro, like, Gucci Mane didn't make a coherent album until after he got out of jail.
Bro, think about that. You remember that Fat Joe Ashanti song? That's love. That's love.
Yeah.
And like, got to do with it, babe. We need a Cookie Monster on the song. Let's get Ja Rule. He'll do like 1/4 of the chorus.
Yeah.
Even that part when she's like, I want the Fat Joe crack on top of me. Bitch, you do not want a 400-pound Puerto Rican man. You'll feel all the weight of all the refugees and power loss on you, motherfucker. Plus, when Fat Joe, like, he responded within the song to her saying, I want the Fat Joe crack on top of me. He's like, I'm going to put it on you, girl. I'm going to put it on you, girl.
Bro,
like, what?
Like, that whole CD, like, Lean Back was the only motion he could perform at that moment. He's like, can't lean forward, I'll fall.
When your homies don't dance and you can't feel their hands, it's a stroke today.
Now lean back. Lean back. Someone call 911. Fuck.
But fuck Kendrick Lamar. For real. Butthole outside, inside, look like da-da-da.
Gentile? Gentile.
Oh,
Even though
God.
Gentiles aren't white, so okay. What
And I'm more than gay, I'm a god. And when you say poop poop, bitch, that BK dog. Shut the fuck up.
Oh my God.
Shut the fuck up.
He's like, you're not really gay, you're a tourist.
Yeah, so apparently competing with Kendrick Lamar for the top rap spot is Tekashi 6ix9ine with his fucking flea market mixtape. He's losing miserably, by the way, because Black Panther apparently is going to win like every Grammy next year or whatever.
Probably.
White people do not like Kendrick Lamar. Don't tell me that shit. He just says a message in his songs that makes white people feel guilty.
Like, oh, okay. No, that's funny. The one of the fucking people, the old white people I happen to know, that's the only rapper they'll listen to.
Who? Kendrick Lamar?
Kendrick Lamar, it makes me sad.
And that's what we're talking about today, the Black Panther. And no Kendrick 2-minute cameo to ruin this shit.
God.
Ruin my redistribution.
What is
I have to roll my R's. The fuck was up with that?
I don't know. I don't know where they were going with accents on this one.
But although he's not cameoed in this movie, which I was damn near gonna expect, I thought he was gonna be Killmonger for a minute there.
Yeah,
I was like, Michael B. Jordan's just gonna show up as Creed and like try and punch some people. Probably punch Sylvester Stallone into another stroke.
Came here to fight for my dad.
Hey, Michael B.
Can't have a son of my own. I gotta train my best opponents.
That's who Njabu fucked, was Rocky's wife. That's the connection there.
That's how it's all good.
Is between Creed and Black Panther and Fruitvale somehow. You'll find that out.
She's like, yeah, he fell in love with an Italian.
Yeah, but just the few songs that they played in the worst spots they could have played these songs for fucking Kendrick Lamar was in an action scene. Like, so I'm not gonna lie. At some point when I heard Kendrick Lamar, I wanted to walk out of the theater, and you know some of the offended white people were out there as well. I'm like out there. They're like, well, why did you leave the theater? I was like, well, I just couldn't stand that black man's voice. I'm like, yeah, me too. Yeah,
making us feel guilty for shit. The struggles.
But much like Kendrick Lamar, Black Panther wasn't the most entertaining, but it was decently deep, technically a well-made film. And when you think about it, more and more you can justify watching it by default. And it has a message that white people, I guess, could like empathize with. And Jeff Goldblum isn't in there fucking Jewing it up with his Jewy stench.
Well, this was like...
So that's why Black Panther's all right.
This is like one of those movies where the first time you watch it, well, not for us, but the first time you watch it, it tricks you. You're like, oh shit, this movie is really sick.
Yeah.
Then you watch again, you're like, oh fuck, Kendrick Lamar.
God, I almost want to protest Kendrick Lamar being in any part of the next Black Panther movie.
I just want to protest
like,
Kendrick Lamar's life. Can we just agree to like excommunicate him or execute him? Either way.
Yeah, but, you know, this movie does trick white people for sure because it gives, like, a message that, like, they can understand and empathize with so they could throw around their, like, white privilege card so they could be accepted by black people, right?
Well, yeah.
I remember in one of my classes, this chick was, like, in the middle of our class, and I swear to God, every single thing I'm about to say is 100% true. She's like, well, yeah, I got pulled over with a liquid ounce of PCP and some Oxy. We were heating a spoon, so... Cop pulled me over. I told him to fuck off unless he was going to give me a ticket. I'd jerk him off. But I got arrested so I can relate to you Afro-Americans. My project is racial profiling. My major's ethnic studies.
Bro, how many white people are in that major? Same with Chicana studies. It's crazy.
I'm over it. I'm really fucking over it. But yeah, this is the kind of movie that brings those people out, and I don't fuck with that at all.
I don't like those kind of people.
I went because it's a superhero movie. I didn't go to be culturally shocked and showed that, yeah, even in an African movie and that revolves around Oakland, there's still black and African stereotypes. Because that's what I found in this movie. Because God forbid if I say anything bad or offensive, slightly racist things about a fake Africa with spaceships, riches, and a fucking superhero that were likely child mining before his Jamaican sister fucking thought of the vibranium Amtram, whatever the fuck she had.
Yeah, that's the fucking monorail. It's like Disneyland, brother.
I saw the irony of the Irie and I built the Amtram.
The kids were not Irie.
I'd make Iron Man look like a bomber clot.
He said free the kids. So I said, aye, that's Irie.
And on the tante Irie.
They're like, what's Irie, man? Irie's Irie.
There's no jerk chicken in Wakanda.
Not Irie.
Yeah, and just like an African stereotype, them being a very rich fucking African country, they don't aid any other neighboring fucking African tribes because they want to stay rich and advance because they are scared the fucking Quaker Oats white men are going to colonize them.
Yeah, right?
Like, it's like they are still scared. Like, I'm not going to make sure I don't say cracker every time, but they're scared of the Quakers. It's like Wakanda hasn't got an update on, like, world history, and they're like, yeah, you know, with the amount of technology and fucking weapons and science you have, no one is going to take you over. You're just being assholes at this point.
Right. Literally, like, they are 100 years more advanced than every other country, and they're worried about white people. Right?
But God forbid I say anything slightly racist to make myself laugh, because I don't care about anyone else laughing. But we can make hours worth of, like, domestic violence and pedophilia jokes of white men, and we just tell you that that's what they are. And that's okay. So if you're a white man celebrity, to me, you're a pedophile, a woman beater. Period.
Yeah.
That's because that's what's going to make me laugh.
But
or I make fun of your death, like Paul.
Paul, man.
And,
Paul should have been in this.
Yeah, that would have made Black Panther better if they had Tyrese and Paul Walker.
What if Paul Walker was Captain America?
That's what T'Challa was arguing. He was like, I am not going to aid Tyrese with his child payments.
His hunger is too great for Wakanda.
It's my opinion, though. That's how I've chosen to observe white celebrities and the plots of their movies. They're all women beaters and child pedophiles.
Which throws us through a little bit of a loop in this one.
Well, Home Alone just sort of proved it. Like, that just came out to prove it.
That some freaky shit happens when you're white.
And God forbid, we can also talk about Italians being in a constant loop of, like, slipping on pepperoni and cheese, right?
Yeah, I mean...
and all Middle Eastern people are beeper moguls and take hummus breaks.
Well, if there's anything America has taught me is it's okay to make fun of Italians and Middle Easterns.
Yeah.
As long as they're not gay. Can't do that.
I think you can make fun of a gay Italian. I think Italians want you to make fun of gay Italian men. They don't accept that there.
Yeah.
They'd rather you get a fucking sexual disease than be gay.
They're like, he likes the cheese a little too much, if you know what I mean.
The milky mozzarella.
It's like, I don't want to know what you mean, dude.
But thankfully, Black Panther gave me my own ammo. Because, yeah, it was an origin story, but it was one of the Walt Disney, what seemed wise, old, like, omnipotent father figure is really just a fucking scumbag, selfish douchebag, terrible example of a fucking father. And probably raped or neglected his younger daughter for his stronger older son to be king.
Well, yeah, that's why her hair is so fucking
That is a theme in Marvel. If you don't fucking agree with me, look back. Look back.
Hey, Bobo.
And I guarantee Iron Man's dad beat the shit out of his mom.
Bobo wouldn't do that.
Yeah. Bobo would do. They call him Bobo because he's always bobbing his mom's head, punching it or fucking bouncing back like a.
He once beat the Queen of Wakanda so hard he took out his own eye, and he doesn't even get it back in the afterlife because that motherfucker could not blink one eye.
I wasn't sure if that was after or pre-explosion eye. I just figured it was part of the explosion, and he was gaining more weight in the spirit temple cloud.
Right.
The fuck he was in.
I guess he was eating those jaguars. He was saying, or the fucking panthers.
Well, hold on. That's what we're talking about today. Black Panther. I gave it an 8.9. It's better than Thor Ragnarok, but it's not better than Winter Soldier because I'm prejudiced.
All right, fair enough. I gave it a 9. I think it's a little better than Winter Soldier.
Wow, really?
But not better than Civil War.
Wow. Well, let's start from the beginning. That's when the movie Baba Mufasa, whatever the fuck, shown his son the claymation of how Africa is terrible.
Right.
And he's like, his son is like, yo, what the fuck is vibranium, bruh? What is it, bruh?
He's like, what's vibranium, bruh?
He's like, it protects us from the AIDS, and we found a way to organically grow lean flowers. Because that shit was lean.
Yeah, you get
It was
really
active
high.
as flowers.
You fall asleep underground for a while, and you dream about your dad.
And it makes you believe you're a giant fucking cat. And when you get given the suit, you're going to fight like one for no reason. Even though when you're not in the suit, you fucking fight Muay Thai style.
Bro, I wish
But
it was
he
lean.
literally scratches people. Like,
He does.
because you're high.
Bro, I wish it was lean, and they showed the whole movie, right? And he thinks that's what he's doing, and then they show what he was actually doing. He's just, like, fucking slumping around, like, oh, for Wakanda. And he just falls asleep as they steal the shit. Then he has a seizure at the end.
Yeah, because if you're Black Panther, you have to have an opiate problem. That's how his dad lost his eye. His kidneys were failing. His fucking couldn't get any blood flow to his eyes.
You are king now, son. You see my eye doesn't blink.
And Suri, the son of Badu, Pungali.
Yeah, he was on some Pungali shit. He was thinking about Star Wars.
He was in the lean harvest flower section 24 hours a day. Like, at one point, Black Panther was like, bro, you are an opiate addict. Like, I do it to just get powerful. You're just high.
It's like, you're so...
What makes me see Pungali?
It's like, bro, you're so high, you're thinking about a different movie. I think...
And yeah, he basically tells his son, yeah, we're going to protect vibranium and our identity by any means fucking necessary. Maybe even kill your own brother and threaten other Africans who are being poached. Or, considering the fact, okay, the whole fucking movie, Wakanda just threatens people.
Yeah.
You didn't see shit. Erase that Instagram poster. We're going to fucking kill you with a spear, okay? I know that's going to freak you the fuck out. But... we're so advanced. We have goddamn spaceships with Independence Day like aiming systems. Yet we can't make a goddamn Men in Black device to fucking erase your memory.
Right? You can't just blow some purple flower at them or something?
The lean will make you forget, trust me.
No, we smoked that purple flower.
Yeah, and that's what his dad tells him. He's like, shut the fuck up, son, you British black bastard. How the fuck did you get British? Fucking Chadwick Boswick, whatever the fuck your name is.
He's like, yo, your faulty accent's starting to throw me off, and I'm your dad.
So why does it feel like there's more British black actors than there are American? This shit ain't fucking baseball. It's not supposed to be guys who look like Jamal Anderson. Could be some Venezuelan named like Voler Volquez. Or the fuck.
I don't know, now it's just Chadwick Bronsworth or whatever the fuck his name was. Yeah, well, I really know what it's like to get into the struggle of a man from Oakland. I was actually raised in Manchester. So, there's a Manchester Street in Oakland. It's like home.
Well, I bought the projects. Yeah, and, yeah, so they did this whole symbiotic fucking claymation story about Africa and how they ain't helping shit and refugees could eat a dick, right?
He's like, yo, each tribe believed in its own different animal. Can you believe that shit? There's some gorilla
and they all fucking fought each other, and we just sat there in our Wakanda, literally cloaked vibranium bubble. They lived in a bubble. And you needed a Bam Margera inner lip tattoo to get in. Or if you just have a friend that killed himself drunk driving. Yeah. Those are the only two ways you can get in.
Jesus.
That's another dead white man joke. There you go.
That means Vin Diesel can get into Wakanda any day.
He would beat T'Challa.
Yeah, he would.
Fast and Furious Marvel crossover. Dude, enter the Wakandan bubble.
We have seen Vin Diesel pick
that'll be the next
up.
thing he could do with his car. I got it in my fucking... The engine sticks out of the truck. That's how you know it's goddamn fast.
It's like I put vibranium in the
I know,
gas
it looks like
tank.
a Vienna sausage is driving it. And the tech deck's in the passenger. That's me and my little brother.
Hey, man.
That's not my little brother, actually. My Audi grew out so much, I chopped it off and turned it into a person.
I can clone myself. My belly button.
I'm the most clonable thing in the world.
It's crew. It's family.
Paul is family! That's why I had to fuck his spirit. And I'll do it again. I'll fuck Tyrese's son's spirit, too, if I have to.
It's like, and every time there's an off-season, I'm gonna do a kid's movie.
That's what Fast and Furious is for them. It's like a sports season. They're like, here's another Fast and Furious movie. Fuck.
It's like, fuck, I gotta drive around Europe for like 40 days now.
But, or like some shithole country like Colombia.
Right.
And we're just going to tear up some Venezuelan projects and pay them back for it later. Like, yeah, we don't care how long it takes to reconstruct these things.
Vin Diesel said, I agreed to Cuba, I agreed to fucking Venezuela, but when it came to Mexico, I said, no! No, Mexico.
Yeah, and Chadwick Boswick being the fucking British black bastard that he is, he's like, do we still hide after the claymation, baba? He's like, how'd you turn African again, kid? What the fuck? He's like, I don't know, my son. I haven't been able to see clearly for a while. That's why your mom's tits look so uneven.
He's like, I honestly thought because of my eye that there was a little black British boy and a little black African boy. Now I realize you're the same shitty actor.
Can you not say Baba in the most emasculating fashion too, you little faggot?
That's his reaction.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean son. He's just like, yeah. Oh, God.
You just been calling me Baba. Sounds gay as fuck.
I don't even know where he got that shit from.
Then we hit up the town, in some place you'll never see Steph Curry or where he grew up, unless David West is his bodyguard. And
that's when you...
Maybe you'll see Draymond on one of his suspension days off, like kicking M. Bison kicking a foreign center.
This is actually the Easter egg. You can see Michael B. in another movie in the scene because he's actually about to get shot.
Yeah, because they had Doctor Strange on site and he was manipulating two realities because that's what's going to happen.
They're like, go back to Fruitvale. Let's see how it works. Hey, there's him saving the dog. That wasn't real.
Right. They're somewhere in the projects. I'm guessing seminary in 92, right? Little Marshawn Lynch is high-stepping and fucking trucking over kids and throwing Skittles on their knocked-over bodies. They're like, this is fucking basketball. Like, what the fuck? I hate that guy. I hope he goes to the NFL. We never fucking see him again.
It's like the only thing he's good for is running 40 yards away from the fucking gas station after we rob it. And then he gets caught.
Yeah, but he can truck the shit out of police. Yeah, they even looked up correct basketball references in this movie, which you had to respect, right? Because when Black Kid was like, my crossover's like Tim Hardaway's, and I hate gays like him, too.
Yo,
Did you know about that? Like
Tim
Hardaway like came out
gays?
and was like, yeah, I don't like gay people.
Didn't he say that's when like they were talking about gay people in the NBA, and he was like, yeah, I'm good off that.
Yeah, that's exactly how he acted.
And his son was like, I'm good off that shit
Even
too,
though
Dad.
he looks like a traditional gay man from the 80s.
Yeah, he
right?
does.
Like the stenciled like thin stash and the bald weird eyebrows, like
who's
but
that?
what
Who's the thin black guy on yeah, I think it's ESPN who looks a lot like what you're describing now, but he's even like thinner, has like a pointy ass head and like the little like fucking like
there's a lot of them on ESPN.
Mustache.
There's a lot of them.
Yeah, I guess that's a hard one to describe.
They should have a red dot above their head everywhere they walk. Because they look like child molesters. But yeah, you got the one deaf German kid. He's like, yeah, yeah, my left hand mid-range jumper's like Chris Marlin. That's my German accent. Thought I'd try it.
We'll shoot like the schnitzel. It's like, Mullen, get the fuck out of here. You don't even play yet.
Can't hear the plays, motherfucker.
I got schnitzel in my ear. Yeah.
That's when we see Njabu like pressing some fizz and trapping with young Poon Gully. They're like, funny black kid with lazy eyes looks like he'd be fat in the future. I don't play it. See how he says Poon Gully. We're not even gonna say that in this movie. Just see how he said it.
Say it.
Perfect.
It's like Poon Gully.
Poon Gully.
That's perfect.
Ah, here you go.
That's good.
It's like your right eye looks like it's melting into your left eye.
It's like, hey kid, you gonna be a washed out actor in 30 years too? It's like Poon Gully. Yeah.
And then we see like the jive turkey Dejaka, right? Because his name was Dejaka, and you knew like the director because he's from Oakland was like, yo, come on, it's Dejaka, come on. If you don't know that, look it up. Greatest rapper of all time.
Dejaka.
He shows, but he's like the jive turkey version of Black Panther.
He's like, brother, come on.
He's like, how's life in the slums of Oakland? He's like, bro, there's people like fighting poverty, mass incarceration, police brutality. He's like, okay, who gives a shit? Some crackers still vibranium.
He's like, brother, these chicken heads I brought, they won't go away. But I want you to look me in the eye and tell me, you'd get AIDS from them, right? They're pretty hot.
Yeah, that's basically what he calls him out on. He's like, you can never keep your fucking dick in your pants, could you? He's like, I'm not even sure if Chadwick Boswick is my son. My wife's a whore.
You seen her hair?
And guess what? I saw that peanut butter complexion kid that looked like you outside. I know what the fuck's going on.
We're gonna leave his ass here.
And then cut, right? Then they go to the Marvel flip book of superheroes we have to care about for like 16 more fucking years and hope you don't live much longer till they do a movie on like Paste Pot Pete.
Yeah, every time I hear that, it's just like...
You know who Paste Pot Pete is?
No.
He like collected all of his cum and turned it into an adhesive by jerking off into a pot, and he shot it at your feet and would take your shit. He was the villain.
What?
Yeah. Stan Lee made him.
Okay.
Speaking of hoping not to live much longer, Stan Lee, with
Jesus.
his like in between the Marvel commercials that we have to go through and Stan Lee's gallstones and expected death scares. Like, you could tell he was like, I didn't agree to be in a black movie until they told me I'd take his money.
Well, I don't think he agrees to be in any movie anymore. They just tell him. They're like, okay, they tell the actors, like, dude, just pretend like it's a real casino.
Well, all Stan Lee does is cameo in these movies and dig up Walt's wife's grave every now and then and just slap her around just for Walt.
He's like, fuck you, Disney. I'm raping your dead wife. I out-survived your bitch ass. Excelsior!
Then we get to a common theme in Marvel superhero movies, which is the superheroes having time to sit around and watch news about themselves and doing their hero gallivanting. Fucking kidnapping missionary workers on an undercover mission to stop fucking human poachers or sex slaves, whatever the fuck Africans do.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that? T'Challa, for what? For what? So she could jerk him off in his suit and he can repulse it back into her fucking face?
Right.
Before he becomes king? That's what he did. He stopped a humanitarian mission for her to jerk him off before he becomes king.
He's like, I want to see your ass being shaken at the ceremony.
I make sure to squint my eyes and look as closely as I can to you so I can get this fake accent across. I don't know what it is.
If I talk slow enough, perhaps it will sound natural.
I just imagine my tongue as a magic carpet. Yeah. Yeah, and then for her to jerk him off in a suit. That's all I was hoping for.
That's
he
what
was
he
like, I hope
wanted.
he does it in rhythm to one of these fucking Lion King sing-alongs or Kendrick's transition from baby fetus to demon voice. Pray for me, pray for me. Pray for me. I just mumble now. That's my eyelid.
You know me now. I'm still gay.
He's gay. Yeah. Talking about, like, rapping about gang violence, even though you were never a part of it. It's just cool to rap about because you saw it. Doesn't he have a perception of the world?
He was a goddamn genius.
Fuck out of here.
Kendrick Lamar is a true humanitarian.
Yeah, I saw gang violence too, you know? I ate cereal too. My father left too.
Yeah,
Not
I know.
Rapping about it.
My uncle was a drunk as well.
Yeah, right.
So.
Yeah, dude, you're not that special.
There you go, Kendrick Lamar.
White men share the same problems. But anyway, our first scene of real Wakanda, like tech, right? With 3D mall. He's like, I am going to touch her hair like Baba did, sister.
It's like, if you do that, you will freeze. I will not freeze. It's just come holding me in place.
He has his and this is the ultimate Winter Soldier moment, except for it was a lot darker and you couldn't see shit.
Bro, that was what I was gonna say. This is the darkest fucking scene.
But you have to admit though, in a weird way, in like a film directing way, it looked dope as fuck. It just for some reason was too goddamn dark. And I don't know if it was the people were too dark for the night or if the night's too dark for the people. Couldn't figure it out. Then you have just one big black cat fucking throwing things around.
And true African nature, there's a dog.
Yeah.
There's a dog in the forest.
And it wasn't a Winter Soldier moment. Because you know why? The white man did it better. It made it look harder to do.
Well,
just like basketball.
He did it on a boat.
That's why people root for white men in basketball. Because it's harder to do. So when they succeed, it looks way cooler. Other than the fucking 6'10" black kid that can jump from the 3-point line. Right?
Well,
that's kind of what this scene was. It was like Black Panther. It was like the first Iron Man movie. You knew he wasn't going to get clapped by those goddamn Iranians or whatever the fuck they were. Especially with goddamn Africans. Defend your positions! We roll our S's now too.
Right? He's like, hide the gold. We've been mining with children.
No, they were poaching children. And they show up in a goddamn... spaceship. They show up in a goddamn spaceship, and you think those Africans are probably thinking they're dropping off, like, Patriots won the Super Bowls t-shirts.
That's how America
They're
comes
like,
and
nah,
does
it's a superhero. He's got to kick your ass and he'll even kill children.
Damn, I like those t-shirts.
And that's when 12 Years a Slave Girl steps in. She's like, dude, look, I'll jerk you off in your suit. Just don't kill any fucking children, all right? T'Challa, there was something off with T'Challa. There was something off. He had moments where he just got hyphy.
Yeah, he went a little too dumb, and someone
Multiple
had to draw him
times in
back,
this
and they're
movie.
like, "Whoa, T'Challa, slow the fuck down."
Because he was going to execute a child. She's like, hey, can you not kill a fucking child? Yes, I'll jerk you off before your birthday king celebration thing, ritual combat that somehow means nothing but means everything. All right?
She's like, "You fucking asshole! This is the child I was trying to save."
Right? Then that's when you catch the fucked up part of Wakanda. Basically, where they threaten these normal Africans and just leave them in the jungle alone. It's like, speak nothing of this or we will find you and kill every single fucking one of you.
And this is like a part of Africa where if the citizens actually saw this, they now believe this is a new god. Like, that's how deep in Africa.
And they just left them alone in the jungle.
Like, later.
People that were going to be poached the other militia will probably find out that these dudes just got clapped by a cat. They're going to get poached again. And Black Panther's like, I don't give a fuck. I'm about to be king.
Right? He's like, yeah, I know I disabled all your cars and broke all the weapons you had. And there's a dog like 30 feet over there. I don't know what the fuck that dog's about.
He's like, well, let me get Yum Yum from one of these African preteen girls. I saved you. It's my turn.
He's freezing again.
Erase that footage.
Tell no one.
And again, through all the Ghost and Independent Day alien technology, they didn't have a Men in Black memory device, so it would just been way fucking easier. And maybe you'll help those Africans forget that they were going to be poached or be sex slaves. So it would have been all worked out.
They could have just slapped them.
No, they just subliminally threaten you, so you have fear for your life, and just leave you in the middle of the fucking jungle.
And you would be scared shitless if you were them too, because you're like, all right, Mr. Magic Panther, man. Later.
And right? What? And all for what? Because T'Challa's going after his sought after fucking old fashioned. From what's her name? I can't keep calling her 12
I don't
years.
know.
I'm just gonna call her 12 years.
Yeah, that's
so I don't
fine
have to
with
say
me.
the slave part.
Her name was Djala?
Yeah.
Chunjiji?
But in Africa, it's not an old fashioned. It's an Asian fashion. You can fucking
fashion?
You can wind up having a toilet bowl piercing in your prostate.
Oh God. Oh God.
And then Swalewo Mamadalo. No, they actually do a Lion King. Nah, Sawanya. Like, I heard that shit.
Right, and he flies over the fake ghetto that they set up to look like a shitty African
The most
country.
insulting part of Wakanda. You know how fucking insulting is the mock villagey Wakanda so that no one knows about their fucking Star Wars prequel Wakanda.
Right. And he's like, looking at poor people never gets old.
And the news, even the news part is like, somehow Wakanda is the leader of the UN and they don't accept foreign aid or trade with anyone. It basically, in the world's eyes, they're fucking North Korea.
Yeah.
They have a king. They have a king that rules their world. They're poor as fuck. They think their currency is fucking rhino poop in woven baskets. And just sing songs that somehow form of their currency.
It actually is, apparently.
The only person they allow in there, other than Wakandans, is Dennis Rodman. He's allowed freely in Wakanda.
They like basketball.
They're like, yeah, we can take a ghoulish black man and cross-dressing, just not transgenders or the gays.
It's like, no one will believe him. Trust us. It worked with Korea.
But yeah, they used the village Africa to cover the fucking African Jetsons in a literal vibranium protective fucking bubble. What the fuck? Then we have about 12 scenes of like African flutes and bongo drums of scenes showing ships arrive or gazelles grazing and zebras being poached, whatever the fuck goes on.
Like, African emos with gauges. And
like, this never gets old. Oh. I hate Africa. And then we get to what Africans hate these Africans for, which is their fucking bubble and their updated Star Wars prequel world. Like,
dude, it was Naboo.
Yeah. It was like, I told you, I blue screened my whole house to give me an extra chin and a big slappy black cock.
Oh, God. He's like, I was actually got the lip ring.
I recorded myself jerking off with it. Well, I stuffed my ruffles in my chins and just flap it around. That's how I metabolize.
Oh, God. Same way Jabba the Hutt does.
And we somehow see now Okay, yeah, they just hop in with some more
Brother.
African flutes. And we see his mom and somehow Jamaican sister, because his mom fucked the bobsled team. And it's this collection of all their semens and the egg.
They made the fastest time. She had to. It was tradition.
So, yeah, that's why he has a Jamaican sister, because his mom's a whore.
Yeah, she can't really nail the accent, can she?
No. She's like, I'm smarter than you, brother.
Brother, did you freeze? Because that's not Irie.
And the new suit I made for you makes Iron Man look like a pussy blood clot. You'll be #1 shatter in Wakanda.
She's like, I pray that Jaya brings back some Irie stickier than what we got going on down here.
What was that?
Shut up.
Oh, fuck.
Remember when Vin Diesel raced by a bunch of Jamaicans?
No.
That was the second one, I think. Or no, was that in the...
I think he was the egg in Cool Runnings.
John Candy's like, don't drop this, he'll have a career.
Yeah, she's like, hey, did he freeze like a bitch? She's like, yeah, he freezed like an overeducated British black man.
She's like, it must have been those Irie cookies I gave him.
Yeah. And so they tribal dance their way into a fucking Typhoon WWE entrance for T'Challa, right?
No, they do the museum scene first.
What museum scene?
The, where they get the masks.
Well, who gives a fuck about the order? That's where we're at now. It makes more sense to me. That's what the movie should have been. No wonder they took weeks to build the fucking like, they're like, remember when Michael B. Jordan challenges him? We'll get to that. But they're like, it's going to take weeks. And then you're like, what the fuck? It was just a fight on a waterfall. But then you look at the mountain, and you're like, oh shit, it took the weeks of scaffolding to get those Africans up there.
It takes about a day to get one African on each step. Takes weeks.
Yeah, because they don't know how to crawl on steel or walk up steel.
It's like we could have just built an arena, but this is better.
Mountain or desert. Yeah. This doesn't feel right.
Even though there's no panthers that live on a waterfall ever.
Right? It makes no fucking sense.
Should have fought in a tree.
That's when we first see fucking Master of the Poon Gully, Suri, son of Badu. It's like that's Forrest Whitaker's new shit too, right? Is to be this weird old wheezing like all telling prophets. It's like Poon Gully, Black Panther. It was like the same fucking shit. Like, it was literally Rogue One. There was no difference in Rogue One.
It's like when you drink this Robitussin, you'll see Poon Gully.
And he'll die within a third of being in the movie. That's on his cash pool series. That's what Forrest Whitaker pulls in, being a wheezing asshole and then dying within a third of the movie.
I got paid for 2/3 a movie.
From Poon Gully.
From Poon Gully.
And of course, nobody wants funk with T'Challa. Like they're challenging him for the kingship. Right?
Really, and they look
at how the pussy Wakandans are. Like not even the Aladdin Wakandans or the ashtray lip ring Wakandans challenge his ass.
Yeah, or the Dookie braid Wakandans.
Yeah, they're all just like, oh yeah, Baba died. All right. We
it's
feel
like,
bad for you.
I swear to God, I saw Kodak Black in the background there because his hair existed.
That chick's hair.
Yeah.
The futuristic Kodak Black dreads.
And even Poon Gully's like, are you sure? Because we gave him the methadone to wean him off the lean.
The anti-lean, it was fucking methadone. Yeah. Oh, wow, that's funny. And the sister's like, can I take off this corset? That's some of the finest herb rolled in a cigarillo. Can you tell I'm Jamaican?
I got the marijuana. It's like, did you just roll a J?
And this also shows that maybe royal blood hierarchy and fighting through fucking ritual combat one-on-one, like, should not be a way to decide a fucking king of an advanced nation. Like, they show that throughout the whole fucking movie. That literally, if the Wakandan way of hierarchy wasn't simply fucking retarded, they could possibly be the greatest nation of all time. Like, really think about it. Because of their hierarchy ways, because of a king, they decided to hide themselves forever.
Yeah.
Around the worst country or the worst continent in the world for like corrupt refugees, rape, illiteracy, AIDS, kids doing heroin.
Tribal warfare.
Using beaches as toilets.
General Butt
Whatever
Naked.
happens in Africa.
They could have stopped General Butt Naked. He's the preacher now.
Africa is a place where you can see a gazelle running on a beach, slipping on a piece of poo and breaking his neck.
And next to that gazelle is a little naked 11-year-old firing an AK.
With a heroin cigarette in his mouth. After he just raped a chick that he left dead right behind him. But yeah, this is retarded. When you think about it, the Wakandan way is simply fucking retarded. And I think that we're trying to show that this way of, like, ruling your nation is retarded.
Well, when your voting system relies on you saying, Mbabado, like 13 times, I don't know.
Bro, how did they dance a fucking typhoon? What the hell did that have to do with vibranium?
Bro,
that was just some magical shit.
They did a lot of dancing. And I'm wondering, they're like...
Yeah, 12 years was gigging. She did that, like, what was that? What was that?
Yeah, she was, like, sticking her blades out and shaking her ass. She was like, this is where you stick it, in my butt.
And why did she look like the Black Annie for, like, half the movie? Like, she looks like when a white man gets a perm.
She was the Black Annie. Oh, shit.
Because what could happen? Some fucking cannibal rapists in the mountains eating each other for survival could show up and take over the fucking crown and just get rid of all of your technological advancements that you've had for thousands of years because he's so fucking big that more than likely he should beat T'Challa in one-on-one combat.
Right? Well, I
like,
mean, I don't get it.
What the fuck? That makes no fucking... He's like, we have stood by in the mountains!
Right? Because you see the fucking
like,
Jabari gang come by, the rival gang. They're
they
like...
scoff tradition. You leave this 16-year-old unraped.
He's like...
Why am I Jamaican? Why am I not a gorilla?
Oh, that was just me jerking off.
Dude, I am in Baku from the Kareem Abdul-Jabari tribe.
Right? He's like, all right, get out of here, M'Baku, not nice. What the fuck?
And he's like, you cannot become king because you cannot protect your father.
You da. And now you don't.
I raped your mother. I told your sister to watch as I killed your father.
I'm your dada now. T'Challa.
Meanwhile, Forrest Whitaker's not trying to fall asleep from like his lazy eyes are like, hey, all this lean I've been doing lately.
His lazy eyes making him fall asleep.
The strength of the Black Panther stripped away. And he explains this shitty death game, which I needed more explanation because I never knew what the fuck was going on. How does this challenge end?
He's like, in a ritual combat, you can only win through death or mutual rape.
Oh, Pungali!
Pungali will come and touch your brains.
Yeah, that's basically the rules. You literally die, or you have to tap out. Meanwhile, you have to either die or tap out while they have a circle of fucking soldiers around you with spears edging you to the end of the fucking 80-foot waterfall.
Presumably, they...
So, the likelihood of death is pretty fucking high in these situations.
Yeah, that's why no tribe wants to funk. They're like, dude, I'm not sending my kid in there to fall off a waterfall. It's like, I'll just take what I got.
It's worse enough to get the scaffolding up to this fucking 800-foot mountain.
Because, like, if you think about it, fucking Wakanda's almost run like the Mafia, right? Like, every time a leader dies...
exactly like the Mafia.
The families fight, but in this situation, the families are like, I'd rather just keep the position I'm at right now. Y'all can deal with that. I'm not killing my kid.
Right? And then this is when it gets really weird, because I'm not gonna lie, for the first 25 minutes, I'm like, holy shit, I am bored as fuck. This is terrible. I said that to myself. Did you not?
Yeah. You get a brief interjection.
I was like, man, if I don't have these sweet cherry ropes right on me right now, I might go fucking shoot up the whole theater.
Right? I felt like I needed coffee and like a needle, so I can inject it into myself and be like, Wakanda forever!
Right? And then this is when it gets weird, because Baka Not Nice starts going fucking crazy. He's like, no lean, no claws, just a whole ass motherfucker!
He's like...
And you're like, what the fuck? And it's okay, because who cares? He stabs him and fucks him up, right? Because you have your 16-year-old fucking pothead sister that can turn your butthole into an internal organ and replace your butthole with vibranium.
She's like, brother, I just stick the nug in the hole and be feeling irie in a day or so.
So basically, the Black Panther is fucking invincible unless he's on methadone. That's basically the nuance of Black Panther. Because the qualitas flower can heal you out of a fucking coma.
Yeah, it can. It can heal from close to death.
But at this point, M'Baku's just fucking him up, and then he's like, all right, I'm dropping the fucking shield and the spear. I'm fighting Muay Thai. Although when I'm a Black Panther, I'm just going to scratch you and lick myself.
Right?
Hopefully I'll purr. That'll make I'll shit out a fucking repulse.
I've expected him to be like, did he just meow at me? What the fuck?
Yeah, and he gets him in this weird-ass figure 4 that doesn't even look realistic, like that it could fuck up a dude the size of M'Baka. Not nice. Right? Because he's like, I'd rather die. And he's like, dude, your people need you. And if they don't, they're going to eat you. So they give him something at least.
It's like, well, I don't want to be eaten. I suppose I'll give up. He's and fucking T'Challa.
Oh, this is all the time when the Africans are the do-do-do-do-do-do, T'Challa, do-do-do-do-do, T'Challa. And the shoulder leans and...
How fucked up is that for M'Baka? No one wants M'Baka? They all want T'Challa. It's how pussy whip they are
because they're mountainous cannibals.
Yeah, that's true.
So...
But even then, T'Challa's like, please, just tap out. I'm trying to get the lean. This methadone isn't working.
Right? So, considering the fact that now we'll get to what should actually be happening in the plot. Considering the fact that directors from Oakland, like everyone from Oakland, they love Oakland and that town business. You know what I'm saying? I feel like people are from Oakland. It's like when you have a shitty possession that no one else can tell you that it's like whack or gay. It's like, bro, I fuck with that shit.
He's like, bro, town business.
He's like, bro, it's town business. It's Oakland. I don't care if it ruins my life. I'm repping it.
He's like, I don't care if it gets gentrified. Oakland.
Apparently his go-to, the go-to black guy to be from Oakland is Michael B. Jordan now.
Right?
I feel like he's going to look like Steve Harvey in about 40 years. Hosting Family Feud in Oakland, like round 1. What do you do when you see a homicide? Do another homicide. 90 points.
Oakland. Bro,
these crackers never get the answers.
He's like, these oppressors.
And he was really dope and interesting and kind of made you be like, bro, can we skip all this African shit and just fucking Michael B. Jordan?
Yeah, can we watch him rob like 6 more banks,
that's
please?
what I'm saying. That was when the movie started getting fucking interesting, is when he entered it. Instead of, like, maybe focus a little more on him instead of giving him these fake-ass Batman scenes and giving Black Panther, Captain America scenes, and then the last fight was basically a Spider-Man fight.
Yeah.
Like, I expected Sandman to show up and be like, fuck you guys, and then he apologizes for making everything gay and boring. That's basically what this movie was. It was a mix of Spider-Man, Iron Man, Thor, Captain America, Rocky.
A little bit of Rocky, yeah. A little bit of Star Wars going on there.
That's what I'm saying. No, it was just George Lucas's chin floating around. That's the Easter egg.
It was definitely the Lion King.
Yeah, I almost expect Scar, fucking the lesbian Scar, the transgender lion that was upset with his identity. That's why he killed Mufasa, to show up and do some gay lesbian things.
And then start a YouTube channel, I Am Scar.
But yeah, basically the first scene, if you exchange school buses and a villain that is still alive in real life, it's basically that first Joker scene in Dark Knight.
Yeah.
It basically is the same shit.
No, it is, and they totally ripped that off from it, especially, maybe not.
Well, maybe if Michael B. Jordan actually commits to the life and starts living in the projects of Oakland, he will be Heath Ledger very soon.
Yeah. He's gonna die.
Clapping the drug deal gone wrong.
Oh God.
He'd be like, took everything from me, like, even my drugs. He's like, motherfucker. Oh, I dropped my phone too. Motherfuckers be taking my phone.
He's like, man, just a kid from Oakland. Can you believe that shit? Believe in fairy tales and shit.
And I'm tired of his fucking pouty ass face too.
Yeah.
I'm tired of his like ridiculously like perfectly black mustache that's trimmed and his pouty ass face.
It's like, man, do I look sad all the time?
I hated you when you were pouty and Wallace. You were perhaps the biggest pussy in The Wire.
Remember when I got clapped off in The Wire for being a bitch?
Bro, that's what they always say too. Like every time I feel like they ask Michael B. Jordan about like his favorite piece or like character that he was, which is the same dude from Oakland like 4 different times. He's like, bro, I fuck with Wallace, man. Because if I was in the hood, I'd be Wallace. I'm snitching.
It's like, and I like Transformers.
And I only eat chips and soda every day.
And my grandma lives in the snow. It's like, damn, maybe you are Wallace.
But yeah, he's staring at these artifacts and he's like, yo, what tribe is this from? Like, because first off, hold on. I don't know if he is too real trying to act, or he's an actor trying to be too real. Like, I can't figure this fucking shit out, because all of his lines, doesn't it feel like, maybe it's his voice or something, they just don't feel like authentic for some reason.
No,
or it's the retarded lines he was given.
No, I think he's so real that he's acting. You know what he's acting like?
What?
He's acting like a dude at like a fucking weed shop. He's like, all right, now what about that bud right there? Yeah. Okay, cool. How about that one? He's like, okay, I'm gonna settle with the wax.
Yeah, because he's like, yo, what tribe is this from? She's like, I don't know, the fucking Fubu Panini tribe. Like, he's like, well, shit, while you were stereotyping me as a black man staring at artifacts, your racist notions were correct. I am gonna steal shit. I am gonna get arrested. And I did put Molly in this in your double cup of coffee. Motherfucker.
He's like,
how much better it would have been if he just said motherfucker?
Right?
And then let me give you a history lesson about why I feel you're an oppressor and stole from my own people that I'm about to go and destroy.
He's like, nah, girl. This is from Wakanda. He's like, you know what that is? She's like, no, actually. He's like, me either. But my dad used to talk about it. Fairy tales.
My mixtape link is engraved in that vibranium tool, bitch.
He's like, look, you can check my link on my lip right here. Just click it. It'll show up on your phone.
Oh, God. And why does he look like a shitty Street Fighter character? Like, I don't get it.
He does.
Like, the fucking... Something that should have been the Ninja Turtles 2.
Right?
But,
and then he jumps out on the screen and in a little speech bubble, he's like, I'll fight my oppressors.
Fight my oppressors. Like, why say shit like that in that... like, you know you're saying oppressors. Just like, yo, yeah, we cook spears... We got high-tech spears, now we about to fight our Quaker oppressors. Why can't you say it like that? He had to be like, our Quaker oppressors.
He's like, the pouting gives power to my words.
And then that fucking Andy Serkis shows up with his cracker antics, and his face looks like he's finally committed to eating children.
He's like, oh, yeah. He's like, I'll smell this if it's vibranium.
Doesn't he just look like the dude that, like, no matter how low he goes, how much a scumbag he becomes, he will protect his own life at all costs just to make sure he lives?
Yeah.
Like, he looks like the type of dude that if he got into max security prison, no one knew what he did. They would just assume he killed and, like, raped his family.
Or that he killed and raped, like, an entire other gang.
Yeah, so he laughs and, like, slobbers around and just does Andy Serkis, like, terrifying children in the theater fucking shit. Like,
oh, my God. He's like, hey,
he murders the shit out of it. But all that being said, he's the most entertaining part of the fucking movie.
Yeah, he is.
Period. Andy Serkis gives this movie life.
He's a rapper. He's like, yo.
No, he's the only one that isn't put in the movie because he's black. That's why.
What's funny, though, he's not black, but he's still playing an African character because he's South African.
That's true.
So, who knows? Maybe that's what they're really... Bro, I didn't even key in on that. They're saying that white people in South Africa are so fucked up, they'll cut their arms off and put lasers on it just to fuck up a poor nation.
Would you not have his arm over your arm?
Oh, yeah.
You never have to have sex with a chick with something you're trying to get out of her. You just be like, here, look, I got some vibranium fingers. They make you fucking squirt and repulse yourself off your squirt.
Shoot some vibranium into that pussy.
So he's slobbering and laughs around like a fucking asshole, and he's like, he kills everyone. He lets the one dude run off before he shoots him, right?
Yeah.
And Michael B. Jordan's like, hey, bruh, why don't you just pretend you were pulling out a taser and shoot him? You know what I mean? He's like, well, I can never be a cop because I think all you blacks were Wakandans, and I purposely shoot you on my body cam.
He's like,
I watch it later for enjoyment.
He's like, I'm actually mad I had to shoot that white guy right there.
Oh, God. Another reason why Ritual Combat shouldn't decide a fucking leader of this type of nation, because they are an African stereotype. They're a rich African country that has decided to help no other fucking country.
No, yeah.
Like, if you use your beach as a toilet, you're disqualified from Wakandan refugee aid. That was his one problem as a king, was figuring this out, which is the easiest answer of all time. I think everyone in the theater knew, black or white. Maybe this is what unified. We all realize Wakandans are fucking assholes.
He's like,
that will unify fucking races of people.
And it's literally, because the entire time you're like, bro, help the Africans. Help the fucking Africans. It's not that hard.
His bitch is like, yo, can we at least give him those goddamn high-tech rhinos?
Yeah,
Let them roam around and protect them?
Or like, shit, we got medicine. You don't think we can medicine and technology? He's like, no, sister. That's so we can grow better weed.
She's like, dude, you don't think it's wrong that we basically have this mock Africa with the Get Out guy that we don't know if he's Spanish or Jamaican? He's like, 1, 2. Like, what? You don't think this is like, we are literally not only being assholes about it, we are mocking our neighboring countries by showing them, yeah, this is what we would look like if we were poor as fuck.
It's like, yeah, we even dress them up in those Super Bowl shirts we get every year.
We actually oppress these people outside of the bubble. That's why the Get Out guy is pissed off.
They don't get to live well at all.
We are actually corrupt. We didn't have to be. We just chose to be. To stick to the African fucking theme.
Jesus.
Yeah, that was all wrong. I don't give a fuck. Fuck Africa. Fuck the okay, I don't mean fuck Africa. Fuck the people that run Africa. Or any warlords that just has to have an AK and they can take over a town.
Yeah, because they're really fucking things up out there. For no reason.
Yeah. And you got dudes running around naked, like curling their dick around the hairpin trigger and just fucking shooting with their wiener.
I never got that.
Killing everyone somehow. Because everyone's like, dude, are you shooting an M16 with your dick?
Yeah,
that's
actually,
why people
he was. And I never got that either. It's like, you're willing to live in a military camp your whole life as the leader of this army, right? And you're making like maybe 30 to 40,000
Bro, but basically you have land. You're basically playing, what was that computer game, Command and Conquer? You're basically playing Command and Conquer in real life. That's why.
If they just
would you take being rich or owning, literally running a town? I would take running a town.
Yeah.
Because I could just extort anyone at any time.
It's just a shitty town.
So?
What the
you
town
own
is
people
3 huts.
and land. You could just shit on the land and make people clean it up.
You could shit on the people.
Make them eat it.
You can do whatever you want.
That's probably what they do.
Yeah.
I mean, if you've been doing heroin since you're 6, there's a lot of fucked up things that are going through your mind.
That's why they need Wakanda. God damn it.
And you've been wearing the same Panther for 2.5 years. And that's what we're going to talk about is, yeah, she goes and she's like, all I know is we have to roll our R's, and it's really ruining our redistributing. He's like, look, we're not like other countries because we have money and technology. And I'm not sharing that shit. All right, bitch?
Yeah,
Wakanda
like,
forever.
That.
Wakanda for fucking ever. And watch me squint my eyes and make my Obama face so I can make my accent that's not real.
He's like, I will need you here to tickle my prostate. You'll make it. That's a good job you can serve.
That one won't repulse.
Oh.
I promise. And if it does, delete the footage.
Put the nanite technology in the dildos. I want to see how it works on my anus.
Your dildo is as strong as my spear. I don't understand.
Gross.
She's like, for Wakanda. Wait, what did she say? Fuck, what did she say?
She's like, for Wakanda.
Without question.
Without question.
I think I just grew a hair follicle.
Without question.
Yeah, then he goes, talks to the Get Out guy. He's like, wait, do you want me to speak Spanish now, or what the fuck is going on? All right.
First he gets Pungali. He meets his pop-pop.
Who?
Doesn't he do that first?
No. Remember, we're going in order of how I'm doing the movie.
Okay, how the
Which
movie...
is thing that makes sense and is, like, fucking cohesive. All right?
Yeah.
So he goes, talks to the Get Out guy. He's like, all right. You fucked me up because I think I was going to say something. All right. He goes to the Mock Africa leader. The Mock Africa.
Mock
right?
Africans.
And he's talking to him. He's like, yo, so what do you think? Should we help these motherfuckers? He's like, foreign aid. Those colonizers already give him 25 cents a day. What else? He's like, and he's like, so what about like bringing in refugees? He's like, dude, they're gonna stink it up with their malaria and illiteracy.
He's like, look, you realize we're the only country with no illegal immigration, right? You want to fuck that up? You know how much money all of us make?
You know what's funny? Because I actually wrote the next line I wrote, I don't care what order this went in, but we get back to his faggy dad, and he drinks some super African lean. So there you go. So he does go meet the greatest lean harvester of all time because he can create it from the ground, Forrest Whitaker.
He's like, Pungali blesses us with the flower, and we drink it.
They get sloppily leaned out.
Yeah, it's so leaned out that you have to be buried in the ground, or else you might do some dumb shit.
Like choke out a fucking big African woman.
Exactly.
Be like, yo, I'm about to holler out your body parts and make you my syrup bottle, and I mean that shit.
You ever seen an African gourd before? I'm about to make you into one.
But yeah, so he has his fucking ASAP Rocky video fucking leaned out dream because it literally looks like an ASAP Yams video. Like it was a tribute to ASAP Yams.
Yeah. I'm coding dreams.
I was hoping my father would have a face tattoo in the afterlife.
Instead, he has a dead eye that he cannot blink.
Oh, God, yeah. Like I said, I don't know. Was it pre-explosion or after explosion? Because I don't remember in Civil War he had a fucking Pirates of the Caribbean eye.
I don't know. I didn't pay
remember
enough
it.
attention to him.
Either way, it freaked me the fuck out.
Yeah, it was scary.
It was more distracting than a Kendrick Lamar feature.
Because not only was
not more annoying, but more distracting.
Yeah, right. Not only was it bigger than his other eye, it looked in a different direction, and he couldn't blink it. It's like, Jesus.
He's like, Baba, please look the other way when you talk to me.
Baba, you're freaking me out. It's hard for a good man to look in his father's dead eye.
Yeah, but if you do lean, you have these. What was that? The Simba ASAP Rocky video visions.
Bro, he did have a Simba moment. He saw his dad in the sky, basically.
And it gives you Black Panther powers and visions of your dad getting overweight after he dies. Like, how the fuck are you gaining weight in the spirit life, motherfucker?
He's like, there must be some good-ass food up here. Shit.
That good fried gazelle meat.
No more rhino meat for us.
But if you're from Oakland, it makes you remember balling in the projects, listening to Mozzie rap about lean, and then making an Instagram video about how he's pouring it out because it's dead home. Like, hey, man, we never thought that, like, 8 to 12 ounces a day of lean would mean we'd have liver, kidney, and motherfucking heart failure.
He's like, man.
What y'all motherfuckers doing out there drinking lean fo?
He's like, man, I was just trying to see my dad. That's it. I didn't know lean did this to you.
Right? Well, you're basically drinking flavorful heroin every day.
It's a good way to put it.
But anyways, yeah, if you're Michael B, you'll have just the ASAP Rocky video in Oakland, which you would never know how that'll go. Being more of a goon and finding your dad's drug stash and you choke out a fat lady just growing the herb.
Going to herb
That's
the
what
Irie.
you do. Yeah, anyways, his dad, like, is giving him clues with his wandering eye on, like, what to do. He's like, blinking is too hard for a good man.
He's like,
So-
if you look into where my eye is looking, you'll find the answers in that direction.
Right?
Like,
and he's already hinting that he's sort of an asshole, just like how Odin was. He was like, all right, just let you know, it's hard for a good man to be king. And I was out in these streets, motherfucker.
He's like,
you're just a leader of the UN.
He's like, dude, you have it easy. I had to kill my own brother.
He's like, it's also hard for a black man to go to Oakland and not get caught up running drugs and guns and fucking white women who you may impregnate. He's like, Bubba, what? Nothing.
Bubba?
You'll find out later.
He's like, look, man.
I gotta let the plot go.
The life is hard. Your uncle got into some hop, and he really just wanted to keep going with it.
And that's when he asked him, he's like, Baba, how do I protect this ridiculously rich nation and advanced technology with fucking bald bitches that could stop a car with a spear?
He's like,
I don't know, asshole. I set it up pretty fucking well for you.
He's like, you'll find it's not that hard.
Right. So they get alerted, and the Child Eater Claw stole some more vibranium on some cartoon shit, right?
Yeah.
And basically, the whole movie is about the Get Out guy. He's like, we will take the rhinos to get him. Like, being pissed off that Claw ran off on the plug.
Right?
He's like, bro, what the fuck? Y'all gonna let this motherfucker... What are we gonna be like in the streets, bro?
Right? Because he's like, bro...
My name is my name!
He's like most people in my hue, my dad died because of this motherfucker. It's like, whoa, what message are you sending? I thought that was Michael B's dad who died. It's like, everyone's dad has died in Black Panther.
And I think, like, I don't know if it was his fake accent or the way he has to squint his eyes to get it out, but Black Panther said this very sarcastically. He's like, well, in the 30 years of my dad having a normal eye, his biggest regret was not catching that cracker. And you're like, what? All right.
He's
Yes.
And he's like, if you find, let's go together, brother, and we will kill him. And he's like, I'll go find him and bring him back. How about that?
Right?
He's like, I don't need your weird robed rhino ass coming outside with me. People are going to ask questions. It's weird.
Right? He's like, we can use his face to terrify the children. It'll be funny. And then they eat them.
He's like, motherfucker, you see the dots on your face? We use that to terrify children.
A child eater being eaten by children. The irony of the irony. So his sister is apparently the most, like, scientifically capable person in the world. Shows him his new gadgets in her Batman cave. Yeah. It was a fucking Batman
Well, she called
cave.
up. She's like, brother, I got a new bong to show you.
Check out our new cell phone, Anal Beats.
It's called a nanite vaporizer.
And she has all these, like, fucking as for seen TV, like, stick-em lights where she can, like, control Black Panther every time he's smoking a blunt. Like, just stick it on there so I can smoke it.
And for 4 easy payments of $19.99, you could have one too, and I'll throw in 4 more.
He's like, and I made a vibranium bobsled. I put the jerk chicken in the back.
Look, brother. Place for the egg.
Oh, God. And she's like, don't you see the irony in having a vibranium suit and taking your helmet off, you stupid fuck?
Yeah, stop
like, why
almost
the fuck
getting
are you
shot.
taking off your helmet in the middle of battle? You have a vibranium helmet.
But you'll find out he can't help anyway, because even when they switch it up, he still takes his stupid fucking hat off.
He just has his panic attacks. He's like, oh, Bubba, don't touch me.
He's like, it's hot in here.
God. She's like, yeah, bitch, I made your suit a fucking necklace because we have that symbiotic technology, all right, bitch? We're good now.
Now that we got the rights to Spider-Man, we're going to use this shit.
Yeah, right. She teaches him a repulse, and she's like, hey, look, when we know you can beat up every fucking person ever, they're just going to keep shooting at you, just walk up to them and scratch them. It'll look funnier, because now you can squeeze out a fart and blow up like 20 people.
Oh, shit. Right. What if that is what happens?
And she's like, or if you come in your suit, you can stop raping me, because it'll repulse back and kill you.
He's like, sister, you never told me not to rape you that hard. You just said to rape you.
Oh, God. And this is the problem, maybe, with Black Panther. She has no comparable villain.
Yeah.
Like, figuratively, he should beat the shit out of Iron Man. Because Iron Man has nothing for him.
Yeah, Iron Man can't really fuck him up, can he?
He can't do anything.
So
you would assume Black Panther is strong enough to, like, start ripping an Iron Man suit. Or doing something. He'll claw him up.
I mean, he did lean on He did ghost ride the car.
He ghost rided a rhino.
That too. He got off and started running next to it.
Right? She's like, here, dick slap the suit. And apparently Black Man has a Black Man. That'd be such a dope superhero if you're just Black Man.
You are just a Black Man. What's your power? It's like, I don't have any.
What's your powers? I can't really find a job.
I don't know my dad. And I live with my mom.
Oh, God. All right. Apparently, Black Panther is a karate dick because he sent the suit flying when he tried to. Then when he's about to, she's like, "Good, dick slap it again." He's like, "Why are you recording?" It's like, "For research purposes." No, I'm in this lab all day. I need to see dick.
He's like, "It's for the vibrator you told me to make."
So he tries to dick slap it and it like turns back around and curls around his neck and almost chokes him. He's like, "Delete that footage." And when we had sex before, he showed me the suit.
Oh, God.
T'Challa, Mala, king of T'Chaka. Yeah, so he goes with Bald Chick in 12 years, and
they go to Korea.
They go to a fucking casino in Korea, because apparently Annie Serkis fists the shit out of this old fucking Korean.
Yeah, well, so did 12 years.
And she squirts squid juice in his face. That's why he looks more and more every day like a mongrel fish.
It's like, brother, these aren't tattoos. He's like, that's that old lady squid juice pussy. I don't have tattoos.
I only point at her with my vibranium finger. Apparently, Black Panther's ex is into some shady shit, too, because she got in it with some Korean. She's like, He's like, all right, besides the fact that you have a white guy perm, why the fuck are you known in Korea? She's like, well, I killed some gooks in an ivory deal. You know how it goes.
It's like, wait,
she's like,
didn't I send you to Africa?
He's like, besides you looking like a white man with a perm, how messy will this get? I don't like kimchi. He's like,
are they going to have rhino at this casino?
That's what he basically said. He's like, how messy will this mission get? And she's like, it depends on how soon it ends. Like, bro, she was about to sloppy toppy him. That's what that fucking meant.
She's like,
I am going to suck the shit out of you in your suit and have it repulse back in your face this time.
Oh, right back your urethra.
Oh, I meant in his face, but yeah, the urethra works too. That hurts. It's funny because now they set up their Wakandan perimeter, and it's funny because they are just trying to spot white people, and white people are trying to spot black people with a native accent.
She's like, Americans, don't you see them?
She's like, don't you see Kaniki over there? He's like, if he'd been in a wheelchair moaning for fucking methadone.
Right? And fucking Black Panther's like...
yelling to kill himself, and everyone else around him wants him to kill himself. Do you remember that dude from Dr. Drew's fucking celebrity death match?
Rehab? Yeah.
Death Rehab.
Yeah.
It was Kaniki. He's like, yeah, I still have the same hair from Greece. Don't tell me I haven't fucking done anything.
Right? And fucking...
He looked like a Muppet was like going decrepit. That's what he looked like.
Oh, God, yeah,
like
he was getting old, too.
Muppet.
What was he on? Like heroin?
Grease? A lot of heroin.
He was just doing grease?
He was heating up grease on a spoon and just took out all of his inner organs and his sanity.
Oh, God. But yeah, they're looking for Americans, and T'Challa's like, actually, I think that might be a Middle Earther over there.
Right? Because you're thinking Andy Serkis would take, like, not sell it, but take the vibranium and make a new Lord of the Rings ring he could keep on his cock. He's like, precious is indestructible. It just can't fall in Samwise Gamgee's butthole because then it's dead. Everything dies in his butthole. So Frodo has no wiener left.
Oh.
And neither does Bilbo.
Is that why he's so soft-spoken? He lost his wiener to...
Mr. Frodo, don't stick your penis in my butthole.
Mr. Frodo, I'd really like to get under that cape of yours. He's like, all right, Sam. You know we're alone on this mountain. He's like, oh, I know, Mr. Frodo. It's like Brokeback Mountain.
Now look for those coming up in the future. You can imagine how good those will be. We see talking about Hobbit on Hobbit action. That's what we start seeing, right?
Yeah.
Kind of a weird porno would that be?
Ugh.
Basically, Black Panther tells Bilbo, like, dude, I'm taking this cracker. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to make a $10 million bet and just fucking leave. Stan Lee was like, they had to take like 20 takes to match his heart arrhythmia so he can get fucking...
Yes. Stanley's shaking his way over into the shot.
That black man didn't deserve his money.
I'll take it just like I did from all those black riders.
And then Andy Serkis shows up. He's like, here's your vibranium dildo, bitch. And like Bilbo basically is the condescending, like, straight shooter, soft-spoken white guy.
Yeah. He's like, all right, just give me this shit. I don't want to talk to you.
You come in here, you got a mixtape, you wigger?
He's like, actually, I do.
I have a feature with YBM Almighty Gay and Gaymere. Jermaine D. Priest and a crusty white guy saying the N-word's original. It's like, I'm going to be on the next show of Rap Game. I'm going to rape all the kids. That's my goal.
He's like, oi, give him the mixtape.
Oh, God. Jermaine D. Priest said raping the kids is original.
He say he would hire me because I'm original.
Yeah, so instantly they get exposed because one of the chicks shouts in African and some, like, Irish random dude is like, hey, we don't take Kylie types around here.
He's like, I heard a click. Must be them.
Dope fight. Sick casino fight. I mean, it's not original or anything like that, but it's, you know what? It was actually one of the first or the only action scenes in Black Panther that felt like a comic book strip. Like,
yeah.
It looked like a comic book strip.
They did do it like almost like what would you call it? Frame by frame. Like,
yeah.
if you were watching the comic book.
That's the only movie insight you're getting, motherfuckers.
Yeah, that's about it. Go see it, motherfuckers. You should have seen it already.
And then the car, and of course we have to have the fucking black SUV suburban car chase with a black guy in it.
Yeah, right. And that's when Kendrick Lamar.
That's not Winter Soldier, right?
That's when Kendrick Lamar distracts us from the fucking movie again.
But there was some cool shit, like, other than, like, them completely depending on his farting repulsion fucking new power he has. Because the lean will give you the shits, apparently.
It's like, every time I jump, I can make a bubble now. Isn't that cool?
They depended the fuck out of that.
That was the whole point of the movie.
Yeah, it was his fart repulsion. And it could somehow make you cum repulsion back into your face.
He's like,
in your urethra.
Mrs. Romanov, can I fart on you now?
When are you going to stroke me off, Mr. Romanov?
Mrs. Romanov.
Yeah, he fucking turned a car. He did Ghost Ride a car with his hands.
What do they call that? Was Vin Diesel driving? I don't know.
Right? And yeah, like you said, Andy Serkis being like the most entertaining part of the movie. He like first in the casino, he shoots T'Challa, and he blocked it with like a money shelf thing.
Cart?
What the fuck was that?
Yeah, I guess a
He's
safe
like,
box?
I shot a black man and I made it rain. Does that mean I'm a black rapper now?
It's like, someone put me on SoundCloud.
You know what? I'd be better than any black rapper. Kendrick fucking Lamar. Played in the car.
Let's make fun of him as we drive.
Oh God! And at first, it was a dope action scene, but I'm not gonna lie, I was distracted the whole time because I was like, oh my fucking God, Kendrick fucking Lamar.
Yeah, because he's like, peanut butter inside, outside, cocaine white body look like Gentiles.
Drop a stool every day, get a pool every day.
You know that I'm gay.
Like, dude, yeah, I get it. You get a view every day. You're a famous rapper. I expect that, you cock.
You don't have to say it. At this point, Kendrick Lamar is just cocky.
Yeah, and apparently, long story short, they fucking stopped Claw because I don't feel like explaining it.
Yeah, and he's about to murder
him. Jamaican
him.
sister smoked a joint and drove like a 3D model car and was like, yeah, brother.
The best VR ever.
I wanted you to do the bobsled, but the car's okay.
He's like, I left some blunts in the glove box for you. It's Irie.
It's Irie. Irie. Meanwhile, Bilbo had to... Oh, first off, Meanwhile, Meanwhile, Blimpley, the fucking subway, had to pick up Baldy in 12 Years a Slave in super white fashion because he's like, he has to be the straight shooter. He's like, hey, guys, you want to chuck that spear in the back of my car? Huh?
Wink, wink.
You want to not do some voodoo to turn my dick into a Cheeto Puff?
Wink,
huh?
wink. You're like, okay, colonizer.
And they capture Claw, and again, some animosity towards white people. The Baldy, well, when they they go to Bilbo's fucking house in the Shire, where he gets information from people, whatever the fuck he does.
Yeah, I guess. Koreatown Little Laundromat.
Because apparently if you're a hobbit, you can just bum off anyone that has a house. Because if you're like a cousin or a fucking nephew, just live with that guy.
You just roll through. He's like, I couldn't tell if this hump in the hill was yours or my nephew's. So I'm just going to stay here.
Why does our ground look like titties from the outside?
Oh, shit.
Gandalf doesn't like that. He'd rather it be little dicks.
Gandalf would, actually.
Literally.
He loves little dicks, yeah.
In real life.
He hangs out with a lot of them.
They capture Claw, and they send him back to the Shire. And immediately, the Baldy wants to beat the shit out of the Cracker, right?
Right?
She's like, spirit chucker, what do you think? She's like, does this bald bitch even speak English? Jesus Christ.
It's like, when I am asked to. It's like, oh, that was compliant.
And then basically it's the whole time because Wakandans are fucking assholes and self-imposers. Black Panther's like, dude, we're going to take this Cracker and we may or may not eat him. All right?
He's like, no, I can't.
M'Baka Not Nice is looking for a good white meat meal. Right?
He's like, dude, you realize I work for the CIA. I can't just let him disappear.
He's like, first off, I kept the fact that you are a fucking bulletproof house cat, all right? No, I told you, it's the Black Panther.
He's like, whatever, dude.
Whatever accent you are, where the fuck are you from?
It's like, yeah.
I'm surprised you didn't show up on a gazelle.
It's like,
how do you have cars?
It's like, I'm actually from Winchester.
Oh, God. Everything's gay. This scene sucks. Oh, how about some more Hobbit on Hobbit? Yeah. Yeah, that's what he basically said. He's like, dude, this isn't a village or a mountain. We have fucking diplomatic rules.
He's like,
right?
I can't let things disappear from under my nose.
I'm about to show you what a diplomat does. It's about to be some more Hobbit on Hobbit action. That's what's about to happen.
He's like, you know how he turned into Gollum? I'm about to show you.
And basically, Andy Serkis is like, hey, can you pull the black people veil over your eyes that, like, between me and you? Like, why are you trusting some Africans, bro?
Yeah, like, right? And Bilbo's like, yeah, I really don't know. There were no black hobbits, so I don't know how to approach this one.
They're the real plug on Vibranium. I just stole a butthole's worth.
He's like, well...
how much could you fit in your butthole? A whole lot worth.
A whole lot. And it's volatile, so I couldn't run that fast.
Then the other fucking Killmonger Batman villain scene.
Oh, God,
he gets Claw with his man. He's like, I want to be a Wakandan daddy. He's like, well, you can't because you're light-skinned, brother. He fucking throws some grenades and does some fucking... Rush Hour C4 explosive. And you're like, all right, dude. Yeah, because I haven't seen this like 130,000 times from other movies like 20 years before this.
Right? It's such a fucking like Ocean's 12 scene. God. Not even 11. The 12th one.
Yeah, and he throws a grenade. Black Panther hops on the grenade. He's like, fuck, now I can't come in my suit. I'm going to repulse back, explode my dick.
He's like, the suit really chafes my dick.
And should really show that maybe instead of building this, like, giant fart radius from his shit, give him some fucking projectiles and not just be a literal cat crawling around trying to get to people. Because Killmonger's like, all right, I'll just fucking shoot a grenade launcher at you. All right?
Yeah, which pretty much works because he gets the fuck away.
That's what I do to my cats because I'm Killmonger. I can't feel shit.
It's like I fucking hate cats.
Cats took everything from me.
They're my oppressors. Gotta feed them on time. It's oppression.
What they didn't show in Fruitvale is the cop killed my cat first. Cops took everything from me.
That's why I had to kill that dog in the street.
And I'm going to kill Rocky too. Watch Creed 2. Because I'm going to promote Creed 2 the whole time I'm on my Black Panther tour, bruh.
Like a fucking ripped
Hey, yo, Ellen, what's good, bitch?
I know I'm talking about Black Panther, but so is every other black person on your show in the past 2 weeks. What about Creed?
Yeah, and Bilbo got hit in the back. And now it's a paralyzed hobbit. Lucky you're the paralyzed hobbit. There ain't no elf to do some weird, like, jizz potion to fucking throw on his lips. Like, this was Frodo. Was it Mr. Frodo's?
Oh, God. So they're like, all right, we'll take him back to our...
Well, he was protecting 12 years. We got to remember that. Because, like, the assholes Wakandans are, as they bring him back, he's like, only our medicine will help him, right? And you could just left him there. Considering they probably have the best medical fucking technology in America where he's at.
Yeah.
But you decide to take him.
They weren't in America.
And why you take him, or wherever they were.
Korea.
Oh, yeah, maybe it sucks. Yeah. Maybe they're like, all right, just throw some, like, old rotten crops on it.
He's like, all right, he needs actual surgery.
That's all Kim Jong gave us.
Yeah, he needs actual surgery, not plastic surgery. Right? South Korea can't help us here.
Yeah, just because you have Wi-Fi on a fucking tram doesn't mean you can fix a paralyzation. Motherfuckers. You can't fix your teeth either, apparently.
TIA.
And they debate. They not only voluntarily take him while he's on the ship, they have to debate whether or not they're going to save him.
He's like, yeah, right? He's like why did we take him?
Like, the bald bitch is like, bro, that was his choice.
It's like, dude, I love her, though. So I love him by extension now.
Right? He only saved her, so he didn't feel racist anyways. He's like, I was going to save the blonde, but she doesn't have a fucking Lives Matter movement behind her.
Yeah, she's actually sort of gross. I don't like her.
Yeah, and apparently Black Panther saw the ring on Killmonger's neck. Yeah. And again, like the bullshit royal blood hierarchy, fucking ritualistic combat bullshit. He's like, the ring, sorry! The ring!
Show me the ring.
He's like, bro, you tend to these flowers 24 hours a fucking day. Your eyes are getting lazier because your kidneys and your fucking spleen can't produce blood. And I don't know if that's how internal organs work, but that's how I'm going to go with.
He's like, look, T'Challa, I promised the king I would not tell you about Bungoli. But now I fear I must.
And you could tell me all you want. You're an opiate addict, motherfucker. You're going to lie anyway to get to these goddamn flowers.
Yeah, that motherfucker's so high, his eyes are looking in different motherfucking directions.
Right?
One in the Spirit Patrol.
He's like, I want to know the truth about the light skin. I want to know. I'm your fucking king now, all right? He's like, all right.
Fine.
He's like, all right. And this is the true tragedy story, right? The true stereotypical black story, not African. Uncle Njubu was a war dog they sent to Oakland to keep tabs on two short shows and make sure they went well, right?
Right. They were trying to get E40 to pop off.
Although his fuck up was good for good purposes because apparently he was trying to help save Oakland from mass incarceration in the projects by selling guns and presumably drugs.
They never really say that. They were going to rob.
And you had to notice that. Is this how fucked up Oakland is compared to Africa? Because you had to notice that in Oakland, not when you flew out your fucking protected bubble.
Literally,
and saw the poorness just around. Like, or maybe they just see flats of areas of brown and green, and that's what they're like, oh, well, they're all right.
They don't let other Africans get close.
Animals.
Yeah.
Like, I don't really get that. So at the end of the day, he was fucking with the Thiz movement. He was gigging and ghost riding. And
he met some whacked out bitch.
Yeah. And he let Andy Serkis steal some vibranium. because apparently never trust a grimy white guy. Actually, this is one rule you should live by if you do live in the Bay Area or in Africa. Never trust a grimy white guy that hangs out in the slums of Oakland or Africa.
Yeah, because he's got something up with him.
If he can exist within that environment, there's something fucked up about that guy.
Well, he has a mixtape, so apparently that environment affected him.
And good old Njabu found a trashy white woman at the laundromat turning tricks to get some change for her fucking clothes and the crust on her feet from all the time she's on it from her hooking.
Yeah, the heroin, the dead soldiers.
Jesus Christ. And her ass is only huge because of all the giant dick that's been inside of her. And he decided to nut in that whore and have a light-skinned baby. That's what happened. And when T'Chaka, quote-unquote, killed him to protect the lazy-eyed lean harvester, what lie did he really have to cover up? His brother was a traitor, which me and you had an argument about that, right?
Yeah.
Who knew? Who knew? I'll give it to you.
I don't think anyone knew.
I felt like, bruh, they contact each other through these anal beats and shit. People know what's going on.
Yeah, but I feel like, okay, they were going to take him back to put him on trial, but then once he killed him, he's like, let's just sweep this under the rug.
I don't know, bruh. I just feel like that's soft.
But because
that's soft to me because, all right, even if you said it, you killed your own brother. Who the fuck is going to, like, put you on trial for that?
I think the more shameful thing is that your own brother stole the vibranium from you, who is the king of this country.
That's what I'm saying. So why wouldn't it just be like, bro, my brother got hyphy, tried to murder our fucking lazy-eyed lean harvester, and I did my kingly duty by protecting the lean and killing the motherfucker. Yeah. And my bad that my own brother was like, yo, I ain't going down with the straps being pointed. That's what happened. And the only real fucked up part is they abandoned this future. They abandoned the kid whose future is to be murdered at Fruitvale. Because he was light skinned, and they left him because they didn't want Wakanda to know that good old Njabu impregnated a white project baby mama.
Well, that's
what it really was.
Because he asked me, he's like, we left the child. We had to maintain the lie of our homosexual relationship.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Jive Turkey T'Chaka was smashing on good old lazy eye.
Yeah, that's why his eye's lazy.
God, fuck this eye lazy. And Suri, son of Badu, was fucking him in the afterlife. That's why he lost his eye.
That's why he kept taking the flower.
Oh, God. They didn't give a fuck. It's Oakland. Follow his child. He'll fit in.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
So through the killing of a black man who was trying to help his community supposedly by selling guns and making underhanded deals, they left a child abandoned and fatherless in Oakland, which perpetuated a violent child who almost ended Wakanda and himself because of your fucking primitive royal blood hierarchy bullshit.
Yeah, this wouldn't happen in a democracy. Maybe it would, but...
Probably not. A dude just shows up from Oakland and is like, yo, I got the ring of that motherfucker Njabu. And I saw cat scratches. Ain't no Jason Galaxy was around here trying to control motherfuckers. And my daddy.
He's like, look, I just think that the Black Panther needs to be let out more and to explore his environment. He's nervous.
But what happens to them, and which is why Black Panther saves itself and it's a dope movie, is because that is the irony of the irony if I've ever heard it.
Yeah. The irony of the irony. It's like your dumb customs that all of you are comfortable with. Just let this ghetto kid from Oakland become your
Who
king.
you abandoned.
Yeah.
And killed his father.
Through ritual combat.
Yeah, he just killed his brother and dipped on his project child. Like, Jesus Christ. You know what? I almost agree with Michael B. Jordan at this point. Fuck Wakanda.
Yeah, Wakanda can eat a dick.
I would have a weird scumbag relationship with some dude that flosses out children meat out of his teeth. I do the same shit.
Oh, shit.
So since the Casino movie got the movie dope and I'm like super into it, this is when it gets dope. Like, just take the Michael B. Jordan shit over all the African shit. Fuck the origin part of why he becomes this king, because he's really just a spoiled child.
Yeah.
He's just a spoiled
He just got handed being king.
And just go from the casino scene, this movie is a 10.
Yeah.
Period.
But,
it comes through. Well, it's not a 10 because we'll talk about why. And it's definitely something that involves George Lucas's third chin. I'll take, but either way, so he kills he pulls the 1-2 on Andy Serkis. Andy Serkis is like, all right, yeah, sorry, I fucking fucked up the other drug deal. I got another one lined up. All right, I'll pay you when I can.
Right? And he's like,
all right, motherfucker. Like, what do you think? I'm not gonna kill you, bitch.
He's like, yo, take me to Wakanda. Just kidding. I'm gonna shoot your ass.
Yeah, and he shows him his Bam Margera lip tattoo. He was like, oh, I thought you killed your friend in a drunk driving accident.
He's like,
That's how you got in.
I should have known. Never trust a black man.
To think you just another brother from the hood, but you a Wakandan.
You Wakandan. He's like, apartheid forever.
Yeah, and he uses Andy Serkis' dead body. He's like, now your children can eat him. Go ahead.
Like, here you go, feed him to the rhinos.
And again, some fucking royal blood hierarchy shit. Because think about his plan. He figured he saw dead Baba on the TV while simultaneously planning to get close to Claw and would know the throne is up for grabs because he's of royal blood. That's a lot of assumption.
That doesn't make a lot of sense because they don't ever say that he
and he's
actually
been training
knows
for this for 19 years, so he knew somehow he timed when Baba was going to die.
He said Baba.
Whoa. What if Bucky was working in unison with Killmonger, bro?
Well, yeah, because they say part of the vibranium went to, or that Killmonger had dealings with, what's-his-face from Civil War.
Damn, why did you kill that motherfucker then?
I don't know.
Damn, if that was the connection, fuck, holy shit, this movie's like a 9.8. Holy shit. That would be the craziest, that would be like fucking some crazy Joker Marvel shit. Killmonger would literally be, I mean, I know every scene of his was the Joker's, but he would literally be the Joker.
Right, he's like, yo, I killed your dad.
Yeah, well, other than that crazy connection, stick his fucking plan, right?
Yeah.
Because even when the goon, like, even when he shows up to Africa, even Africans are freaked out by Oaklands. They're like, oh my God, arrest him!
Yeah, they draw their swords. They're like, we don't want beef, man. It's our
And then he comes, he's like, man, y'all eating good up here, and I ain't fucking with it.
Right? He's like,
where's the E40 burger stand at, bruh?
He's like, yo, I'm trying to get down that E40 wine.
I want some chubby checkers. Y'all got them chubby checkers?
He's like, hey, man, call Brick Ross. Get that Wingstop popping.
And he basically is like, bro, I'm here for the throne. I'm trying to challenge the throne. Where you at, T'Challa? Where you been, bruh? And everyone's like, when he's calling out everybody, he's like, yo, all I need is him. That weak-ass motherfucker right there. Right there. Right. And you kind of want him to, like, talk like that, right?
He's like, yo,
like, fuck.
I don't give a fuck about
Why do you have to be educated and shit? Why couldn't he just be a goon from Oakland that just went to the military and was the rawest, like, murderer ever? Why does he have to be ridiculous? And then moved his way up. Like, I'm fine with him being this tactical agent that can, like, destroy a country. That's all fine and shit. But why does he have to have, like, a fucking master's degree by the time he's 18? Why?
Right, I just want him rolling like, bro, I'm trying to get hyphy on the throne.
Instead of me believing he was hella smart, I kept thinking, how did a fatherless kid from Oakland, where we never saw his fucking trashy white mama, get to MIT?
He must have been smart as fuck. Why is every villain got to be a genius?
That's what I'm saying.
I'm getting tired of that.
It would have been so much doper. And I would have fucked with it way harder. And I would have believed Michael Jordan's bullshit lines better.
Yeah. But then if he was
instead of just being like, yo, throw me where the slaves were. Because my oppressors would have enslaved me.
That's when my oppressors threw the slaves.
Jesus Christ. Man, yeah. He's like, yo, all I need is him. Because they're like, yo, it'll take like weeks to CGI people on that mountain.
He's like, yo, I don't care how much Disney got to pay for this shit.
All I know is when I came up, my daddy was dead. And he had claw marks in him. And my mama had African semen in her that wasn't my daddy's. So y'all killed my daddy and then gang raped my mama?
She had a little coke on her nose too, so maybe she did it for free. I don't know yet. Mama died before I could ask her.
And I don't want to be part of no ABC gangbang. Motherfucker.
Oh, Jesus.
He's like, hey, auntie. First thing I'm going to do as king is have you make me fried chicken while I fucking ash my blunt in that lip ring ashtray. Motherfucker over there.
Gross.
And then T'Challa's looking at him like, that sounds like a real king. I accept your challenge.
I actually like that. Sounds funny. Do you have any more blunts?
And fighting again, fighting through ritual combat should not be a way to decide a fucking king of an advanced nation. Because now, an unbelievably fucking unrealistically educated and military trained Oakland goon with an advocation to fucking stop the lean movement. It's like, yo, motherfucker, I got 2 degrees and 8 years of military training. I can handle a shoulder to people. I took over countries, motherfucker. I survived Fruitvale just to get here, bruh. I survived the measles and mumps. You see all this shit on my body? It's Braille, bruh. You put your fingers on it, says town business and fight your oppressors. Shut the fuck up. I get it. Like, T'Challa felt guilty for the Oakland goon and didn't want to hurt him. And, you know, Michael B. just saw him as an op. You know what I mean? But it showed that American training just shits on any form of African dance and magic typhoon shit that they could come up with.
Because he beats the fuck out of him.
God. He literally throws T'Challa off a cliff after he killed Suri, son of Badu, in Pungali.
Yeah. Back to Pungali.
It was me in Pungali.
He's like,
he flat out murdered people in front of witnesses in an advanced country. And you made him king.
Right?
That is retarded. I'm sorry. It's retarded. This movie's fucking retarded.
Because they were just
everything about Africa is retarded.
What's funny is in the middle of that, they're so knowing that he's going to be king that the royal family flees. They're like, fuck, none of these assholes are going to stand up for us.
Right? And it also shows that even Oakland goons can scare the shit out of Africans. You ever seen a fucking 13 and under AAU tournament? It's about as intense as that shit. Yeah, and when he does the lean movement, he dreams that ASAP Rocky Oakland is dead. He's like, what did I tell you about going through my drugs? Huh?
He's like, man, how you think I got the money to go to MIT?
And he just gets pissed off, basically. He's like, well, maybe Wakanda needs drugs more than me. It's like, what? Son, you're fucked up.
Yeah, his dad's like, what? No tears for me. He's like, man, people be dying every day in the streets of Oakland, even though that ain't really that true. So no tears for the dead.
Right? And after he does the fucking lean dance and burns all the lean flowers and chokes out Aunt Jemima.
It's like, yo, I'm telling you, stop make the purple syrup. Make me some goddamn maple syrup. For my oppressors.
He shows up in the bathrobe and house shoes with eating some hot Cheetos, and he's like, I'm about to talk about my ancestors and what they went through and what I never been through. You know what I'm saying? But now we got the high-tech spirits to take over our breasts.
He's like, we gonna kill all the white people. You got them fucking sonic spears.
And apparently the Get Out guy who's just upset because T'Challa said, hey, dude, I literally physically couldn't get him yet. And the Get Out guy's like, oh, you fucking betraying cocksucker, you motherfucker. Like, what the fuck was that?
Right, because Black Panther's like, bruh, I'm sorry I didn't get him on my first try.
Yeah.
He's
like, maybe if you weren't busy fucking riding zebras and shit, you'd know what the hell is really going on when I go do this shit.
He's like, you want me to get you a dumb suit of a rhino? Fucking asshole. Get out of here with those dots on your
He just starts dick riding Killmonger at this point.
Right? He's like, maybe it's the new African way.
And so they plan to give weapons to all the blacks in Britain so they could fight their oppressors because that's all there was in this fucking movie. They're like, yeah, maybe they can Mary Poppins their way out of fucking tyranny.
They can Mary Poppins their way out of being oppressed. Yeah, send them the sonic umbrellas.
They can mop your fanny forever.
Ever.
Wakanda forever.
Forever?
Forever? Yeah, and the Hobbit wakes up from his fucking paralyzation. He's like, Mr. Frodo. He's like, wait, wrong one, I'm Bilbo. That's right. He's like, what African voodoo did you do? Is my head normal size, motherfucker? He's like, colonizer, don't make me colonize your butthole with my vibranium. I'm charm.
He's like, there's a lot of Irie going around here. It's all Irie. It's not good Irie.
And they all get out. The mom, the sister, she's like, first brother, now father. What about mother?
You said the sister.
The sister and the mother.
And the Hobbit.
And the
you
Hobbit.
Gotta bring the Hobbit.
The Hobbit and the brother.
And the girlfriend.
The brother, the Hobbit.
And T'Challa's girlfriend.
Yeah, 12 years.
But the bald bitch is like, oh.
Yeah, he tells Bald, he's like, you rolling, bitch? She's like,
nah.
Like, you don't know our society is retarded and I have to protect whoever is at that throne, no matter how fucking psychopathic and 51-51ing they have.
It's like, you know how we say, like, military people shouldn't be for corrupt people, but I'll do that.
She even says that. She's like, he murdered T'Challa. She's like, in ritual combat.
How many R's are in ritual? 14. It's exactly how long you say ritual combat. You have to count the clicks.
It sounds like a primitive machine gun. Primitive crackers.
God.
Yeah, and basically fucking 12 years is like 12 years of the African Annie, whatever you want to say she is. She's like, does it really fucking matter?
You're right.
Like, she called it, she's like, dude, it's ritual combat. Okay? And I'm not saying it again with that many R's.
She's like,
That's
what
52
ritual?
so far.
Why are we abiding by this shit? He's still gonna be our fucking king after this.
Actually, 42, or 14 times 3 would be 42. So R's was said 42 different times. And the man, ritual combat.
Ritualistically.
No. All right, yeah, the whole country was basically going to be turned upside down because they believe in this retarded shit.
Yeah, pretty much.
At that point, you might as well have made M'Baka Not Nice a fucking gorilla.
Right, because they're like, you know who can help us now? The the less advanced, dumber people than us.
Right? Oh, yeah, because as he's fucking going through the anti-lean movement and burning all the flowers, 12 years steals a lean ball, and they go to the mountains. And it's like, the Kareem Abdul-Jabari tribe, is it like, do they literally, is it only men? Are they like the dwarves of Lord of the Rings?
No, they show girls fighting at the end.
I didn't see any.
Yeah, at the end there's a couple of
they just
females.
all look they all look the same.
They just brought the dude out the one time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because when they come out, like, the mom's like, look, I've had sex with these mountain men, and they will rape us.
Yeah, he's like, don't talk to them.
Yeah, cutscene gang rape. That's what happened.
It's
like they literally surrounded them, and then cutscene.
Find that on the DVD
after
extras.
After they cleaned up.
Yeah.
While the white man watches, and they, like, plead their case to take... give M'Baku the lean power.
Yeah.
Lean ball power, whatever. And he's like, I'll just wind up raping and eating everyone.
He's like, I don't want to do that.
Bilbo was like, well, we have the tech, and then they go, like, what the fuck was that?
They really don't like white people in the mountains.
How do you expect me to not make that sound racist as I'm explaining it? That a white man spoke and they ape grunted at him.
Yeah, that was weird. And even he was like, oh, okay.
I think I saw Shaq in the background. You Shaq in a fool! Is JaVale McGee here? Fuck that motherfucker.
He's like, rewind that real quick. Look at that shit.
The Kareem Abdul-Jabari tribe does not speak unless I feed the white man to my children.
It's like,
I am just kidding. I am vegetarian unless you are African.
Then I will eat you. White meat's
That's
not
funny
good.
considering we are African.
Speaking
of which, I am Thong, your king.
Thawing your king.
We plan to eat him. I could have told you this whole fucking time.
We found him in the freezer section of the supermarket. Turns out he was alive.
I found him in the Jabari section. It's the only civilization we have in the mountains. We had no more fish, so we ate each other. And then one of the 5 fucking leaned out ASAP Rocky videos, ancestral plane scenes, whatever the fuck.
Like,
T'Challa's like, God damn it, I gotta see my dad's fucking eye again.
Me again.
It's not a compass.
He's like,
I'm not Jack Sparrow.
He's like, nah, come home. He's like, it's time to...
No, at this point, he's like, bro, why the fuck did you abandon him? Like, seriously, it's not fucking funny anymore.
Right?
It really fucking isn't.
He's like, it was funny the first time.
Yeah.
This isn't funny now.
And why haven't you helped these fucking gazelle descendant Africans, huh? Say Lion King, motherfucker.
He's like, bro, he's like, how many generations of us have there fucking been?
He's like, stop looking at my titties and look into my dead eye, and I will tell you, that's the truth I chose to omit.
He's like, I know one of my...
Why did you omit it, motherfucker?
It's because we don't teach history class in Wakanda.
And the only history teaches no Wakandan shall be born from a white woman or help an African.
And we gotta enforce that shit, man.
And he's like, dude, it's Oakland. Most kids are fatherless, and they get their fathers killed while they're playing basketball. All right? I figured he wouldn't notice. I thought his mom would come back from hooking at some point. She didn't. She went on the Maury show, was never seen again.
Sure. She went home with Maury.
And Jabu didn't show up.
Yeah, so basically he tells his dad, though, he's like, dude, fuck you, I'm done. He's like, I'm so done, I'm not even going to die right now.
Well, his dad was basically trying to explain the real question we need to answer is, how the fuck did some light-skinned kid from Oakland get degrees in military training?
Right?
I thought he died on the Fruitvale. Last I was checking the timeline.
T'Challa's like, I don't want to listen to this shit anymore. He was so over his dad, he came back to life.
No, he told yeah. And his dad told him, he's like, hey, before you leave, by the way, I was in Oakland and I couldn't resist one of those white bitches either. So you might have the same problem in about 5 years. All right. He's like, Baba, a white woman, how could you?
Oh, dream's over. Damn it.
And then he basically decides, he's like, I am not letting that light-skinned heathen take over.
Right? He even says, he's like, we have to right these wrongs. We have to figure this shit out.
In Baku, let my mom stay here and keep the raping to a minimum, okay? I need an army of buffoons that will show up at a cinematic moment where it looks like we're all going to die. And it'll be a surprise to people and we'll root for it.
He's like, I bet you do, T'Challa.
Yeah. You are the first king to come here in centuries and you ask for my help.
How
we will not help you. And Baku, you don't know what the fuck centuries are. I do. I am 10 centuries old in the Jabari calendar.
It's like, so what, you're like 32? What does the Jabari calendar go
that's
by?
You see Bilbo being the true Quaker that he is. He's like, oh, man, you guys need a smart white guy, all right?
He's like, look, I can figure this shit out for you.
Crocker. Like, the way they treat him, I did feel the reverse racism here a little bit.
Oh, a lot, yeah.
Every time he spoke, they're just like, oh, God. It was either an ape grunt or like, oh, fuck, this Cracker's talking again.
He's like, God, get the fuck out of here.
And, yeah, so they go, his Jamaican sister is like, here, brother, I figured you'd rape me with this necklace, but you can wear it. Because somehow this challenge is still alive. The challenge that was never fucking explained from that lean addict that's finally dead, thank God.
No, he explains it when he pops back. He's like, I did not yield, and as you can see, you didn't rape me.
Yeah, right? And he became truly obvious. I'm T'Challa from Africa.
Like, TIA. It's like, dude, you all shut yourself out from Africa.
Asshole.
Yeah.
And that's what even, like, Michael B. said. He's like, bro, this challenge shit is over, bro. It's town business now.
He's like, I'm done.
Rest in peace, every Bay Area rapper since 2003.
He's like, I'm about to be sending the gats out to my people. Now get the fuck out of here, T'Challa.
Yeah. And he injected the rhinos with the flamed butthole lean harvest flower things, and he's like, yeah, we're sending them on those ships. That's why they fucking destruct so easily.
He's like,
those were vibranium ships.
Yeah, but
and it seemed like fucking Black Panther ran up, sprayed some Windex, and it fucking exploded.
But he is vibranium.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, in general.
Yeah. The first one was a little unexplainable.
That's what I'm saying. Tante Irie, like, pooted on it and it fucking exploded.
It's because the rhino inside exploded. The rhino farts are what makes it fly.
Oh, God. And then it was just CGI City. The Lord of the Rings fight.
Oh, my
like,
God. I have expected to see
Bilbo,
someone...
like, playing a white... He's like one of those dads that finds out that his kids' video games are really cool.
Yeah, he's like,
yeah.
How do you fly this shit?
I was a pilot at once.
Can I play this?
And the Jamaican's like, fly, I'm going to be Mega Man now.
What's funny is he's a pilot, but he's flying. He's like, so what do I do when I fly? He's like, shoot the shit, you dumb fuck. What the fuck?
No, he didn't understand. He's like, why does this aiming system look like the top of a spear?
They are spears.
Savages.
It's like, does it shoot the spears? He's like, no, the spears shoot sound. It doesn't make any sense. Fly it.
Oh, God.
Fly high in the sky.
You just tell he like felt guilty. He's like, oh, I got one. I killed an African.
He's like, I don't know if I should celebrate this.
And now, finally, as fucking Michael B. Jordan is... slobber is coming out of his lips from his fucking anger and hate towards his oppressors. Even though you only showed that you've been an educated man, so probably you weren't oppressed that fucking much, you cocksucker. Like, what the fuck? Like, seriously, though.
Yeah, because he sort of had a go.
I almost get it. He should hate Wakanda 1,000,000 times more than the rest of the world.
He should hate himself. Because he is the oppressor. They said his job in the military was to go take down fucking governments.
Yeah, but you would assume that they were corrupt governments.
What do you think happens after America takes down a corrupt government? It's still oppressed.
That's true. But now Baldy is like, oh, you are unfit to be a king. And the Get Out guy is like, all right, yeah, let's do some like invisible shields and shit and add more CGI to make this look more retarded.
Yeah,
right?
We got visible shields. Hey, you want to see some CGI rhinos?
And this is where it's Lord of the Rings because he literally goes on the top of a big rock and blows a fucking horn to get animals out.
I was half expecting ghosts to come and start fighting.
I was half expecting Legolas to stick his dick in one of the rhino's ears and take it down.
I really just thought at one point...
Or some Turkish men riding an elephant.
I thought
an elephant. An elephant, Frodo. Mr. Frodo.
I've never seen an elephant, Mr. Frodo. Except for
Well,
in
you
your
will
pants.
later.
Yeah.
An elephant trunk.
You'll see the trunk, boy.
My dick looks like an anteater, Sam. Not an elephant.
Oh, I don't mind.
Sam.
I don't mind, Mr. Frodo. You can get all the ants out of me ass.
Yeah, so they start doing this giant CGI fucking Peter Jackson special. Look like he splooged on George Lucas's fourth chin.
God,
he has 4 chins now.
I have expected there to just be someone in the scene, like, with 2 swords
God.
spinning in a circle. That's what I figured would happen.
Oh, shit. If they made Black Panther the game just basically Dynasty Warriors with Black Panther,
my
that
God.
would be the rawest
That would
thing
be
in the
so
history of
fucking...
mankind.
Dude, why don't they do that with Marvel?
That Lord of the Rings did it. That's why
did
Lord of
it?
the Rings PS2, if you're old enough or young enough or whatever the fuck you are, Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, and Two Towers games on the PS2 are maybe one of the rawest games
They're
of all time.
basically Dynasty Warriors?
Yeah, it's basically Dynasty Warriors
Bro.
with like missions, somewhat missions. You gotta murder everyone, and then there's like some you gotta shoot your arrow in Smeagol's butthole or something like that.
Switch. Bro, fucking Gundam had a Dynasty Warriors game.
Gundam?
Yeah, you know the
hell is
robots, the giant robots.
No, I don't know. What
It's
that
like
is.
some
Sorry.
anime with giant
I'm
robots.
not Japanese.
But that
Or
shit was
Korean.
sick too.
Really?
Anything Dynasty Warriors is just sick.
Yeah, Dynasty Warriors is just the greatest game ever. It makes me want to rebuy a PS2 and then buy every Dynasty Warrior
Hell
and play the
yeah.
progression of how good the game got.
Oh yeah, that shit was fun.
But yeah, Michael B. Jordan apparently is playing his own Dynasty Warriors with women because he's into killing them now and choking out fat ladies.
Yeah,
and
he's like,
fucking-
I'm gonna beat up all
he's
the
a
bald
true
bitches.
Oakland goon.
He's like, yo,
Like,
the
bitch,
fact
you ain't giving me money, fuck you. And if you are giving me money, I'm still about to beat your ass.
like, yo, the fact you don't got hair oppresses me.
Yeah, and right as he's about to kill the Jamaican Mega Man, fucking T'Challa's sister, after
Right.
T'Challa just ghost-rided a rhino and did some cat things and farted his pink Pepto-Bismol repulsion on everybody.
Bro, what if that's how he could jump so far as he farts and he just flies off?
He Warriors his fucking
Yes! Oh, shit.
yeah, that's basically what he did, and he's like, "Sister, I need to have sex with you again," and he knocks him off. And this is the true Spider-Man 3 fight.
Just falling.
Although it was cool, like you mentioned it, to take out the music and them just like CGI fighting each other. So at least we're hearing pretend pound sounds of them pounding each other.
And a couple
We're
of,
like, fuck yeah! Black
Yeah,
Panther,
man.
bruh! African minds!
it's silent now. I hope none of the black people in this movie hear me say anything racist.
Or chuckle every time there's some African flute or fucking African accent. Yeah, and he fights, and T'Challa pulls maybe the greatest move in the history of superhero movies. He somehow knew where his suit was regenerating after Sister's like, "You can't go on the vibranium. I am trying. Your suit won't work." Like, how fucking convenient was that?
Yeah, she's like, it's
Nice.
not Irie. Say,
How fucking convenient was that?
She's like, he's like, bitch, just start it with your stupid fucking weed balls
Yeah.
you got on your hand. She's like, what schnug do you want? He's like, train wreck, I guess. It's appropriate.
Yeah, and he guessed where his suit was regenerating and stabbed the only part that showed his light skinness. He's like, I could see it from a mile away.
That and the fucking mumps.
Yeah. The measles, mumps. Oh, that's funny.
Oh,
That
God.
reminded me of my own joke within the show. That's how fucking conceited we are.
That's how long we've been going.
Yeah, and that's when you start seeing Michael B. Jordan can like act, but then you're like, I don't really want to hear what you say. Like,
Yeah.
that's when he's like, it took everything from me. They told me my mom only fucked black guys.
So you
I was
think-
supposed to be white.
He's like, ain't that some shit? Kid from Oakland.
I'm gonna make sure every white man who fucks with T'Challa's dead, eradicated. And like, T'Challa's like, bro, the only white guy that knows me is Captain America and his sex partner. All right.
Look, and I know I trained his sex partner back into being a good sex partner. So
And gave him an arm to jerk me off before he did it.
actually, though, he was like, no, we don't want to give the white guy an arm quite yet. Let's feel this one out.
I don't want to see that weird ice cream sandwich. That'd be the total opposite. It'd be like
2 vanilla
the cracker would
cookies
be the
with
vanilla
fucking
chocolate.
Oh,
I think Swenhart did a special on that.
gross.
Yeah, so he fucking stabs the shit out of him. He's like, yo, my dad always said Wakanda's a good place to get a vantage point and smoke blunts and envision your oppressors oppressing you.
He's like, well,
Like-
my friend, I have a blunt.
He's like, can you believe a little brother smoking blunts in a fairy tale? Freestyling about all-powerful spears and Africans with fake accents and shit? No motherfucker believe me.
He's
Every
like,
time I had a chain, they stole it from me.
He's like, why do you think I got to join the army? I got bullied. I was a kid from Oakland. Believed in fairy tales.
If I wore this Wakanda shit around anyways, I'd never be able to get my suit off because every motherfucker be trying to steal my chain.
Yo, y'all didn't even use real gold in this shit. I know. I had Takashi come test
That
it out.
was sort of sick. His suit was way doper than T'Challa.
Yeah,
so I was
the
like, I am
golden
not
light.
good looking enough to pull that off.
I am
a
not a
British
rapper.
black man.
I'm
I
not-
don't act for money, actually.
I am not
Is it-
what you would call hood enough.
Oh, God. Yeah, and then he stabbed, and he's like, after he says all that preachy shit, T'Challa at the end, he's like, well, I mean, I guess we can fix you, but now I know why that fucking wandering eye prick said, don't trust those light-skinned motherfuckers. You're fucking crazy.
He's like,
And
yo,
he's like,
don't fix
he's
me.
like, I guess we can sort of fix you.
It's
I
like-
mean, I'll try as hard as I can. I'm not going to run there. I'll jog with your body. I'm not going to fucking run.
He's like, look, I don't have the same strain that my sister gave me to put in the white guy, so I don't know if this is going to work.
Right? He's like, nah, why? So you can lock me up and throw me in the ocean with my oppressors because they knew that death was better than bondage. All right, dude. Slavery compared to a fucking educated tactical agent who became a king and had a superhero suit. Shut the fuck up.
Right?
All right?
You lived a fairy
Die,
tale, motherfucker.
Yeah, die like a bitch, all right?
Right? Because he's like,
You-
life is just an oppressor. And he pulls the knife and he's like, ugh.
I did have some problems with the movie. First off, I had a problem with the fucking Get Out accent guy.
Oh, yeah, he was
When he
bad.
has the, of course, they had to have the super Lord of the Rings scene. Except for now, eagles are fucking giant black men that should be wearing ape suits. Because that's what happens, right? Like, I told you the first time we watched the movie, I was like, oh, Jabari tribe.
Yeah, they just pop out.
Yeah.
And they're like, we got some
It's
Jabari
more
tree.
unstoppable than a Kareem Abdul-Jabari hookshot.
Jesus.
Because the Get Out guy's like, all right, I'm Spanish now. On the count of 3, drop your weapons.
He's like, 1,
One.
2, 3.
God. For a point there, I thought there were so many hobbits in the movie that Samwise Gamgee was going to be M'Baku.
Bro, I
He's
thought, me too, I was like,
Ooh, Mr. Frodo.
bro, when is this about to become the fucking Hobbit movie? I feel like we're halfway there.
God. Well, yeah, because any white man in this movie had to have like extreme fucking culture shocks and be freaked out by the amount of black people around him. But this movie wasn't racist or had any like undertones to it, right?
I think there's literally only 2 white people in the movie.
No, there's that Irishman that was like, hey, what kind of African you speaking over there?
That's true. No, that's what I'm saying. The fucking Claw.
Oh, yeah.
Claw's one of the
Yeah,
white
but
men.
first off, Andy Serkis is the ugliest motherfucker on the face of the planet.
Somehow being Claw made him look better than what he normally looks like, though. I'm not gonna lie.
He would be the NBA logo for weird, ugly white men. He's the Jerry West of weird, ugly
It's like, you
white
see
men.
this brand that you can't even tell what it is? It's actually fucking herpes.
Oh, God. Yeah, so that's the movie.
Solid.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I liked it.
I don't care about the extra scenes. It was just him being at the UN like, yeah, dude, we got a bunch of money. I know you fucking white men are going to try and take it from us. All right.
He's like, what are some poor black people from Africa about to do for the UN?
What was the other one?
Bucky Barnes.
Oh, yeah,
waking up.
Bucky was raping some kids in a temple in a village.
Right? They're like, the oppressor.
Was that the Jamaican chick that woke him up?
Yeah.
Oh,
No, she was
shit.
just out there when he woke up.
Oh, shit.
He just woke up.
Your arm isn't irie anymore, is it?
He's like, when you press this button, the pipe comes out the shoulder.
You and Captain America having sex is not irie.
He's like, if you just hold the bud in your hand, you'll vaporize it.
Oh,
And the little tube just comes out of your veins.
Yeah, that was pretty much the fucking end. Other than the like 27 montage scenes of African shit with bongo drums and Lion King intros. With I'm surprised. Fuck, I already said that. Never mind. I was gonna say something about Scar coming out betraying T'Challa because he's a lesbian. But he is. It's an origin
my
story
God.
with layers. That's
Too
what's
many
good about
layers.
it.
It's like an
Character
onion,
development, tragedy, black stereotype, shit we can make fun of.
But it had that one layer that all onions have that piss people off, and it's Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah. Kendrick Lamar is the end appeal of the onion. That fucking
Yeah.
cunt.
He's like that one layer that's like half green and thin and half actual onion. You're like, I don't know whether to take this off or to leave it on. I'm wasting onion here. It's a waste of
Jesus.
Kendrick.
Yeah. But it was an really good movie. I just don't know how much I cared about it. Although, this finally wasn't like a PS2 villain trying to cleanse his butthole by destroying the Earth. It was tragedy-based, and the villain had like internal fucking super questionable life decisions
Well, yeah,
about his
daddy
black
issues.
daddy.
Yeah.
That was African daddy.
And
his white project mama.
His Afro-dad.
He's like, yo, I survived Fruitvale and Maury's questioning.
I'm not even going to hate, too, because, like, Michael B., like you said, it could either be that he was too real for the lines they gave him or the lines were too real for him.
Either way, it didn't sound right.
It did not.
I did like his hair, though. Because I wish I was black and had hair like that.
Yeah, he could do
Every time I see a black dude with dope facial hair and dope hair, I'm like, man, come on, man. I want that shit.
He had, like, the little braids that swept him off to the side. I was like, damn, you do look like you should be a Street Fighter character.
Right? And, of course, probably why good old Walt beat his wife and children, he was beat himself. He had to have another shitty dad story that made a past mistake that his child had to pay for in the movie that they were making.
But this was, like, 3 times over shitty dad
Well, because Thor's dad was an actual colonizer.
Yeah. Yeah,
and Hagrid was a slave. Whatever his name. What's his name? Hagrid?
Hagrid?
Yeah.
From Harry Potter?
No, what? Who's the,
Heimdall?
Heimdall. Heimdall's a slave.
Hagrid. Oi, Miss Harry.
And Iron Man was a little rich prick, and his dad probably hated him because he thought he'd end up being a homosexual with all his fucking faggy banter that he does.
Yeah.
And new shapes on his fucking foreskin hair.
He's like, I actually shaved my face into my pubes this time.
T'Challa's dad didn't want Wakanda to know his brother had a project baby with a white prostitute and abandoned a fucking child. And did him extremely dirty as a brother. So not only was he a shitty dad, he was a terrible fucking brother.
Yeah, terrible. And
he's like, bro, the lean's more important than my family. That's all I'm going to say about that.
On top of that, though, not only is T'Challa's dad shitty, Killmonger's dad was pretty fucking shitty, too.
They're all scumbags.
They're all fucking scumbags.
And he helped abandon his son and fuck being a humanitarian and fuck the rest of Africa. And I don't want these Quakers still in my vibranium. That's how his dad lived. Because the only other white man, other than Bilbo, who they felt guilted into, like, guilted?
Yeah,
guilted into saving from being a paralyzed hobbit on the street. They're like, man, can't have one of these. It's a sci-fi character. Smeagol, he was trying to recreate the ring and ate a child raw and stole some vibranium.
Well, yeah.
That's who they were after.
The only other white man, and he's a scumbag South African white man.
And fuck letting Africans into our country with their malaria and socially tolerated rape. All right?
Yeah, he's like, we don't want any lesser Africans in Wakanda.
So when you actually think about it, it's basically a Thor and Iron Man sandwiched with Africanness and all that shit.
With essentially the same plot as Iron Man 2.
Yeah. With an abusive dad behind it, being blessed with riches and technology.
Yeah.
Where does that sound familiar? Thor and Iron Man?
Thor and Iron Man. And like I said, much like Iron Man 2, the villain's dad got fucked by the hero's dad, and so now the villain has to kill the hero for some reason.
True. And they probably had a sex slave for a younger daughter.
Yeah.
That's why she's like, I want to be Jamaican because Africans rape me.
And I was going to say that, too. For being a very advanced nation, kingdom still passes to the son.
Yeah.
Like, not the genius daughter, but the idiot son.
Marvel, that shit's going to get old. But you know what? No one's going to care.
Oh, my God.
Because all you got to do is make the third one funny and retarded.
On a side note, on a fucking motherfucking side note, speaking of shit getting old with white people... Yeah, I sort of agree, but on the same direction, would you hear about the Jon Favreau shit?
No.
He is going to be directing a Star Wars TV show that's going to be put on Disney's streaming channel, right? Jon Favreau, great director, right? People are losing their shit. They're like, when are you going to get a woman director for Star Wars? When are you going to get a Latino director for Star Wars? When is an Asian baby going to die in Star Wars? Like, I don't know. Fuck, it's Jon Favreau. You know, find me an Asian director that's as dope as Jon Favreau. Find me that. I'll hire him.
It'll have some good stunts.
Yeah.
I'll hire Jackie Chan. I'll hire Jackie Chan to do anything.
Yeah.
He could be the clown at my kid's birthday party.
But I don't want him
to... He'll probably, use one of the kids to fight the other kids.
But I don't want him to do Star Wars because I don't want my character singing.
Who?
Jackie Chan will make the motherfucker sing. You know he likes to sing, that motherfucker.
Yeah, so if you're on iTunes right now, beat the shit out of your girlfriend and hit that subscribe button.
Use her head.
She ain't letting you listen to it.
Use the mouse.
And if you're a girl, I respect you for listening to it. I truly fucking respect you for listening to this show.
Yeah.
I really do.
And you can die too.
And if you're on SoundCloud, fucking stop listening to Lil Skies or whatever homosexual that comes out with Lil or Young or Fetal.
Yeah, eventually it's just gonna be like Lil.
That's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be fetal bias.
Yo, my name's Fetal Shooter.
And what's coming next? We're doing Back to the Future, bitch.
Back to the Future.
And if you want to hear how we do these things, because we will give you 8 hours of material from one fucking series, maybe more, probably more, maybe in one episode. Who
maybe
knows?
we haven't
Maybe
hit
we'll
that
drop
yet.
a 30-minute episode, maybe an 8-hour episode. That's how much assholes we are. Stay with it. Think about it like an audiobook. Just listen to when we were terrible in the beginning, and listen to what you think may be terrible now.
Yeah.
What are all the series? Real quick: Marvel, Harry Potter, Star Wars, X-Men,
Fast and the Furious,
Fast and the
Pirates
Furious,
of the Caribbean.
Mortal Kombat.
We haven't done
no, we
Mortal
haven't. I
Kombat.
want to.
Fast
Sorry.
and the Furious, Pirates of the Caribbean, Planet of the Apes, fucking Transformers.
Home Alone.
Home Alone.
And we've done all these new releases based on these series.
Yep.
So we're giving you content and actually sticking to a script.
And relevant new content sometimes.
Right?
Sometimes.
So, and if you're still listening to us, I fucking hate you. And stop giving us hope that we should still exist in this podcasting network.
Yeah, and sorry about the break, but expect another one possibly.
We're going to wind up being the Bob Dole of, like, podcasting.
We'll just pop up every 4 years.
We're just going to say our names over and over and over.
Bob Dole.
Bob Dole. Yeah, and suck the fattest fucking dick possible. Back to the Future's coming up. We're going to talk about that scientist that does a shitload of crank and rapes some kid with Parkinson's, and who that kid almost had sex with his own mom in the past.
Parkinson's made that kid so good at jacking off the scientist, his hair went crazy.
And that's my order of opinion.